Hello there! It's me, Colt Sebastian Taylor. Welcome to the Longshots this evening, back after a 1 week hiatus due to the Rona. But we're here for some great D&D fantasy tonight. But before we get started, it's all about the plugs. Folks, listen, uh, holidays are coming. You might be in a coma or just hate buying stuff. So why not do something that's digital, requires you literally not to leave your seat? Get someone a Jib Jab card. Yes, they're still around. Get to them a great holiday card. Yeah, Jib Jab, they're still around. Give them a card. Say, hey, I spent a few bucks on you for an intangible thing to send to you on this holiday. So check them out. Might be a great gift to give someone or something you don't like, whatever. And then, of course, if you are like me, Colt Sebastian Taylor, you're always on social media. So, it is 8:30, at least in Northwest Canada. Well, probably like 7:30. Anyways, check out Social Bee for all your social media posting needs. And then, of course, friends, for in between our breaks, you need to join our Discord channel as we chat throughout the week, share funny things, and then you can give Buck terrible ideas for monsters to perhaps kill us in future games. So those are my plugs. Links are in the chat. I'll post them throughout tonight. And if you click on them, it makes us feel all happy and warm inside. So now I'm going to turn it over to a man whose belly is full of jelly and knows who's naughty or who's nice based on dice rolls. Our DM, Mr. Silent Buck.
And you've all been naughty.
No.
A happy Christmas, Boxing Day, whatever you celebrate on the 25th of December or around December. We'll also consider this a New Year's game because why not?
Yeah, sure.
We'll also have one next week, but hey,
Double New Year's.
we'll do double New Year's. So how's everyone feeling tonight? Me personally, I can breathe again, so that's good.
Yeah, you feel better.
Yay.
If you caught our stream last week, we played a little bit of Jackbox games.
That was fun last
Hey,
week.
I cannot wait to play TKO. Having
Wait,
sent
what?
that to Cole. Yeah, it's one of the games that I sent you.
Oh, I thought you meant TPK tonight.
No,
I thought
no,
that's what you said.
TKO.
Like, I can't wait to play TPK tonight. Wait, what? What? Oh, okay. Always nervous.
Okay, so
They're
I'm
sure
curious,
to.
what Jackbox games did you guys play? Because I was sick myself last week, and I was sleeping through most of the stream.
God, there was a
Fibbage.
quick sort.
Yeah,
Okay.
Fibbage.
Solid.
Rumerang, I think.
Solid.
Do we
Yep.
know it? Yeah.
And then there was the one where we were frogs and we were buying items.
Yes, and there's a version that I played it later in the week where you don't type stuff out. You actually have to give a verbal plug that focuses on you, and you have to like monologue for 30 seconds about your item. So we'll do that again
Oh
sometime.
man.
We'll do that again sometime a week that we have a sick DM. So
One of these days, we'll need to do the TED Talk one. If
Yeah.
you guys have never done that, that is shenanigans and a half. It's the best.
Oh, I seem to have lost all audio, so hang on while I vamp a bit. Uh-oh. Kind of a problem. So right now Buck is saying something. I'll disconnect. And now it's just a stream of me. Only Colt Sebastian Taylor. Only Colt Sebastian Taylor all the time. Because it appears my Discord has crashed. So looks like I'm in charge tonight. And everyone gets everything in all the levels. The best way to avoid a total party kill is to boot the DM completely from the discussion. So, folks, listen, I really can't tell you how much I enjoy Jib Jab. Jib Jab is really the best. You should really check it out. Jib Jab. Click on the links. This is all part of the plan, not vamping whatsoever. This is just the way it works. And I guess I'll bring them back.
Curious.
Hey, I'm back. Just so you know, you've had the last 90 to 120 seconds. Discord crashed. and I've been
Mm.
vamping on Twitch trying to restart Discord. So, you were saying?
Uh, basically, within the next 2 weeks, there's going to be a player-driven kind of in-character Secret Santa going on in keeping with the season. That'll be fun. If there is anything in particular that we could do beyond that, I might try to do something like that. Oh, for campaign 2, I did decide to do experience points for that one instead of milestone. If that's something we want to switch to in this campaign to see how we feel, I will do that on our next level up if that's what we want to do. So kind of think about how you feel about that sort of thing, and we'll discuss that later on. Maybe if the audience feels like seeing experience points versus milestone, feel free to weigh in as well. But beyond that, I think it's time for that moment we all love, our weekly recap. Champ Gallahan will be joining us a little later.
Okay, yes, Theron and
Cool.
Ragass will not be joining
New
us. this evening.
hair update, I think.
Okay.
Did you get it redone?
Is that a new color though?
Wait, what?
Did it go from blue to purple now?
I think it was always purple.
What were we talking about?
You're muted by the way, Val.
Oh, you're talking about my hair, right?
Oh,
Yeah, well,
hey!
I mean, it's not mine.
Look at that purple hair.
Mine's under a
Purple.
cap, so
It's
there's only a
I was
couple of
going
options.
for it.
Hey,
And
Val-
apparently it's
Beautiful.
hard to get rid of blue, so now there's like
It's
green
hard to get
bits
rid of
that
blue.
you can't see very well.
just
So
another
I'm
reason.
getting it redone on the 5th of January. I'm getting it redone, so I probably won't be able to jump into D&D on the 5th, which is the D&D day for me. But yeah.
Just another reason to join our Discord channel to see purple hair on Val.
Yeah. I thought, hey, I want to redye my hair. Why not go Valhalla themed?
Yeah, why not?
It's beautiful.
Good color.
Okay.
All right.
Last week on the Longshots, Jackbox is a great game you can... 2 weeks ago on the Longshots, on the astral plane port of call after visiting boobies and recovering Wave, decide to reunite two repair companies' family which had been disputing and feuding with each other to get their ship fixed. And boy howdy, there was another ship for sale. There was haggling. There was hemming. There was hauling. And then there was a trust fund baby named Champ who just bought the ship himself. And so now the Longshots have two perfectly functional ships. Except one was haunted. A ghost fight broke out. Oh, ghost fights. But instead of just coming to a complete stop, as, maybe in future reference, maybe we should, the fight broke out at high speed, and in the course of said fight, Champ Gallahan was thrown overboard into the astral sea at warp speed. Of course, Valhalla jumped after him, also throwing herself out into the astral sea at warp speed. Ghosts were defeated, the ships were turned around, and now they return to oblivion, trying to find their two wayward members of the Longshots. Colt, also, in some point 2 weeks ago, I don't know when, talked with the little man in the stone. It's probably like a Michael Jackson reference there, like the man in the mirror. I'll workshop it between now and next week. And I got some more answers for a few of his little, quote-unquote, research projects. Now, returning to Oblivion, the Longshots are looking for Valhalla and Champ. Colt, he took a shortcut, popped his wings, landed in town while the ship found a place to land, and now is disguised as Colt Sebastian Taylor, looking for Valhalla, while her and Champ hang out to the most expensive tavern in town, and I believe Valhalla was just pulling off patches off of her robe and making horses pop up in the back room. And that's where we ended as Colt entered the fanciest looking tavern, looking for his dear friend, Valhalla, and Champ, which he really can go either way for. Will there be any consequences for coming back to Oblivion? Are there more ghosts? And today's the winter solstice. Hopefully nothing terrible happens. Find out that and more on this week's darkest day of the year, the Longshots, Dungeons and Dragons. Whew.
All right, Yu-Gi-Oh. I love that. Yeah, that's gonna need to be a thing too.
We're also all blue.
Oh yeah, you guys are all blue, aren't you? I had forgotten.
Did that happen
And
before?
that's why I left the back of my hair blue.
Yes.
Yes.
I think that happened before Champ and Vel took the dive.
I don't remember why that happened though.
Wild magic from
The crowd.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That'll do
from
it.
crowd points. Yep.
Yes, channel points, folks. You can use your channel points for any number of rewards, including summoning a dragon if you stick around long enough. I have replaced festive pants putting on with switching hats, of which well, technically you can't see, but I would.
I can't even see your hat.
That's why Discord crashed last time, because I tried to turn the camera on. So I'm not going to do that. But I can turn the if you do it, we'll figure it out.
Pixar, it didn't happen, right?
Yeah, I'll deal with that later.
So, last we left, you had just stormed in to the bar, whose name I will grab from the notebook in just a second. And in the back, Colt, you had seen this door sort of to the left of the bar swung open. You can hear what seems like people shouting and a horse just. You're not sure exactly what's happening, but you know it has something to do with Vel.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. All right, so I'm still Orc Sebastian Taylor, because I kind of made a somewhat of a overt landing, flying into an alley with wings and whatnot, and came out the other side looking like someone else, so I wouldn't draw attention. Colt's going to fling the door open, sword on hand, and sort of assess the situation to see if Vel is in trouble or did she just like summon a horse or whatnot.
You sort of burst the door open, and she's sitting at a table with a Khajiit and Champ Gallahan, who's just kind of zoned out at the moment. There's a bowl of what looks like sugary glass cubes sitting in the center of the table, and this giant horse who has like stuffed himself between two tables. There's a bunch of gruff-looking rogue types that are just they're in awe at this just conjured horse.
Seeing that there's not a active fight going on, Colt is going to yell out in Infernal, since Vel has taught him Infernal. Also, I like to think, because like it's not his first language, there's like a slight German accent to him talking Infernal.
Of course there is.
So he's all like, Valhalla! What?
Cold.
She is literally at the table closest to the door, so you scream Valhalla, and you look down to your right, and she's like, "Hi."
What the hell are you doing?
Oh, I am just having fun with my new friend.
Okay,
waiting
yeah.
for you to show up.
Oh wait,
Took you long enough.
yeah. What?
Grimms cheekily at him.
Orc Sebastian Taylor is visibly not angry, but exasperated. Why did you jump off the ship?
Look, I felt that poor Champ would be completely helpless without someone out there to help him, and I had to make a split-second decision. And you know, we're a team. We agreed to kind of that he's part of as the captain of the crew. The crew is my responsibility, and I had to help him.
Valhalla,
I had to.
you and I agreed a very long time ago that the other would tell the other when the other was being reckless and dangerous. That was immensely reckless, jumping out into space.
It worked out in the end, though.
Yeah, it did. But next time it may not. and 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 I'm just very
I
upset.
won't jump out of a ship. I won't jump out of a moving ship into oblivion or whatever the wild space, into a wild space for champ ever again.
Okay, it was
I
as.
might
Champ
push someone
looks
else.
over at you and is like,
Does he speak Infernal?
Champ is stupefied right now
Oh,
until such time as his player returns.
I was like, listen, fella, it just was immensely as scary as it was seeing me be vomited out by a space beast. It was immensely
Yep,
scary
okay.
to see you fall off of a ship and go into nothing. Please don't do that
Alright.
again.
Fair enough. I just said I will not do that exact scenario ever again.
Why are you blue? He just hugged. He
Why are
hugged.
you blue?
I'm orc. I look like an orc right now. I'm a
But is
green.
it a blue orc?
She's
That's the
just
real
saying
question.
that to like. She's
Why
not
you're,
just
oh,
'cause
you're
you're
just
blue, but like
speaking.
she's just saying that.
Colt hugs her. Ugh. And then cast identify on her to see why is she blue.
It seems to be an air of wild magic. A lesser restoration spell would take care of such a thing.
Okay.
Remove curse could also work. Really anything like that.
Okay. Colt will switch to common. All right. Well, everyone else is landing and getting like outside of town, so not to draw attention.
The Khajiit across the table from Vel finally like perks his ears. He's like,
Ah, a tongue I can understand. So are you here for the horse?
The horse is yours.
Yes, the horse is
Oh.
yours, I guess.
Okay. Right,
This is
sorry.
my Khajiit friend, right?
Yes.
Hello.
My name is
Yeah.
Jazago. Nice to meet you.
Dezago.
Greetings.
I had it in my notes as Jizz something.
Jazargo.
Jizz
You might want to change those notes though.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember. Jazago, meet my good friend. This is my good friend Jazago. Jazago, meet my good friend, my brother Colt.
Hello.
Jazago is pleased to meet your acquaintance.
He looks at the rest of the bar and kind of motions down. Now, this isn't a back room, like typical like back room mafia sort of money laundering, drug den. There's some cards going on. Essentially, a whole Wild West saloon in the back. They all kind of settle down. He's like,
Well, Valhalla has been so nice. As you can see, everything is fine. But if you
He gave me
ever
drugs.
Cool.
It was
Okay.
an amazing experience. I got
Ju-
to see like visions. It was amazing. You should try some. He has money, so he could pay for them.
moon sugar is not a drug to my kind. However,
Oh, what's it called?
moon
What type
sugar.
of thing is it? Moon sugar? All right.
However, the Imperials do they do consider it controlled substance. So let's
Down
not
with the
be.
bourgeoisie.
Thank you. The what?
I don't know. I heard it somewhere. I'm just parroting. But I do believe that the any imperial system should die.
Yes. Val, as much as I do enjoy these political talks right now,
You wanted me to get more into political stuff.
well, you know what? Not in places where I don't know who is here. I feel like we could have issues.
All right. Well, did you want to come see our ship? I'm turned to talk to Jazago.
Oh, you found this ship?
Well, I assume Colt here didn't jump off after me because he wasn't that close behind me. So I assume the ship's somewhere.
Did you come to get her? And what did you say? Flying ship?
Yes.
Oh, delightful. Jazago has never seen such a thing. I would very much like to see.
Awesome.
Well, I don't know.
Shall we?
Well, sure. Let's don't know exactly where they landed, but I'm sure they'll make themselves known when they get here.
He'll be at the docks, surely. Where else would you park a ship?
And that is a good transition to the Ametrine 416 as it is slowly trolling its way into port if you choose. I believe that's where we left off, but however, I will leave that up to you.
We just kept going.
Gone forever.
Dropped them off at Cyrodiil and, went back to the portal.
For real?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say. I mean,
Please no.
Wow.
feel free.
Looks
I
like we
believe
have to.
Meow, Radagast, and Theron were on the new ship. Is that correct? The one that was haunted.
I believe so. Yeah, the space galleon.
Okay.
I liked how excited you looked though when
That would have made things really interesting.
And complicated. You'll be running
Wouldn't
two
be the
campaigns.
first time we've thrown a wrench into his plans.
It would not. It would not be the first time.
Okay, so
I
we're
think I'm just following the galleon because Theron seems to know what he's doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys will both pull up to basically the same Y-shaped dock system across from each other. There seems to be this larger looking kind of official type with a nice jacket kind of slowly traipsing his way down the dock your way and sort of waves you down and goes, "Ho there!
I got you a dock tax you need to pay.
I have a what?
A dock tax. You
Sorry, I
gotta
didn't
pay
understand.
to leave your boat here.
What language are you speaking? Sorry, I don't understand.
Common, like everyone else.
Meow, do you understand what he's saying?
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll a deception check. To see if I can bullshit my way through this. Oh, there's no way. That's a 4. Meow will respond in kind. No, not at all. Pilgrim,
Boy, we're
and just
off to a great start here. We're off to a great start. And you're both blue too, right?
I'm pretty sure. I think that
Yeah.
applied to everyone on both ships,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
A bunch of blue
Yeah.
people showed up into port, not knowing the
Yeah,
language but speaking the language.
No, just not understanding the accent.
You know,
Um,
I was to say, having one of you, 2 of you, 3 of you. Oh, you're all blue. What's that about?
I have no idea. Do you know?
I don't know. That's why I asked.
Sorry, did you say? What did you say? I didn't quite understand.
Common, do you speak it?
Do I
Ugh.
squeak, Lawman?
He holds up a coin purse, jingles it.
Oh, thank you.
No, you got it all wrong.
What?
You
I'll
He
get
gestures.
arrested.
give me money.
Why?
Oh,
He points
boy.
at the boat.
Boat, dock. You.
No, you can't have my boat.
I don't want your boat.
He left the worst person in charge of the boat.
Lass, you got anyone on that vessel that makes a lick of sense?
What?
Ugh. Out of the divines.
Something about licking something? You want to lick my boat?
Oh boy.
yeah, I was
Make
gonna
it-
kind of like
Make an
talk into the
intimidation
boat.
check, Ametrine.
while you're doing this.
Intimidate-
While you're doing this, Meow's gonna
Intimidation,
kind
she's
of
just straight
mutter
up
under his breath
confused.
to the boat to his wife that is controlling the ship and ask her if she can maybe help too.
Oh boy.
The 16?
He kind of pinches the bridge of its nose and is like,
Hold on, I think he's breaking under the sheer frustration.
and he's like,
Look, Never mind. I'll come back in a couple hours. Jeez, crazy people.
And he sort of starts walking his way back down, kind of shouting to himself.
Meow,
Meow
did
will
you
just wave
understand
and
what he was
smile.
saying?
He'll nod. Yes.
I think I made him angry.
Wait, you weren't trying to get out of paying the tax?
What tax?
Oh, that was.
Wow.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes things just work out. Don't worry about it. Just kind of start loading things uh, from the deck off. I'm assuming some things were shuffled around in the scuffle. Kind of
Well,
cleaning things up.
we'll have to find someone who speaks his language and make sure that we apologize. Perhaps
Yeah,
they
I'll
can
just say,
translate.
yeah, absolutely. We'll find somebody.
I don't,
Hope you enjoyed that.
That was wonderful.
I've
All right.
genuinely been in that situation, so on the other side.
Like, damn it. Yes, tech support. So you guys exiting the vessel, or what's the plan?
Yeah, definitely. I'm
I wonder.
assuming Radagast will probably want to stay to look after his 7
Looks like
sheep.
he's organizing the sheep Olympics
His
again.
6 sheep.
Are we down to 6?
yeah,
Wait a
we're
minute.
down to 6. Yeah, we're down
Oh
to 6.
no.
We might have
Oh,
to get some
geez.
more while we're here.
Yeah, we're have to get some replacement sheep.
And paint them.
We just sent the sheep ahead. What are you talking about? These are the same ones. That's what you'll tell them.
Totally.
We didn't kill any sheep.
There's no dead sheep here.
I think after about 10 minutes, Colt would probably send out a paper bird with the name, the location that him and Valhalla are at. Send it to
Yeah, we'll
send it to
yeah, we'll
Amatrine,
recognize it.
because Amatrine's more dependable.
Val would be saying we should just head straight to the docks.
So thinking about when that would have occurred, right about the time that the official turned around in frustration and left, and Meow's waving. It's right about that time that a bird makes its way. Like, who'd you send it to exactly? Colt?
Amatrine.
Amatrine, this bird stops like right in front of your nose and then drops to the ground.
The birds are funny here.
It seems to be made of paper.
I've said those
Does
to you
Meow
before.
see?
If you're up on the deck, yeah, you'd see it just beeline right to her.
Okay. He's gonna yell across to the other ship. I think there's writing on it. I don't ask me to read it though. I can't read.
Are you sure?
Yeah, let me check what. Yeah, of course, I'm sure.
Oh boy.
I didn't just magically
I
learn
will
how
pick-
to read.
I will pick it up and I will read it slowly because she can read. She's not
Okay.
very good at it.
So
She can read common. She's just not very good at it.
as soon as
she'll
you
read it
touch
out
the
loud very
bird,
slowly.
it sort of shimmers a bit right underneath your fingertips as if it's like recognizing who you are, and then it'll open up. Colt, your message.
I've never seen a bird do this.
Amatrine. I have located Valhalla and Champ. We are at this tavern.
Insert tavern name here.
Insert tavern name here.
Something about bowls, I think it was.
I think it was like the flowing bowl or something.
Yeah, something. I knew it was something about bowls.
Doo-doo-doo-doo. Scrolling back.
Either way, what else is on there, Colt?
Is
that it?
At the flowing bowl, located is the port on the west side of town?
South.
Okay, so
This bar would have been more north.
located north side of town, looks very expensive. Love.
It was the flowing bowl. How you like
Flowing
that?
Love. Colt.
Okay. Um. Do I have any writing utensils?
Do you? What's in your backpack?
I have no idea.
You're gonna
Probably not.
You're gonna write something back.
Yeah.
I would say there would be a simple like ink and quill style.
Yeah, like if I had a
setup.
pencil, like
I-
the equivalent of a pencil or something.
I'm sure Colt would
It'd be
give you.
easily able to be found on the
Yeah,
ship.
I'm
Yes.
sure Colt would have given you a pencil
Okay.
in the past.
I will just, write down. It looks like someone's written with their left hand, with their non-dominant hand. Who writing's not very good. Okay, gonna look for supplies. See you soon. Heart. And then she'll try to fold it back up into a bird, and she'll throw it.
Yeah. It just thunk onto the deck.
Meow will yell.
You know?
I think it's a one-way sort of deal.
Oh,
And then he'll yell, "What did it say?"
just that we'll go look for supplies.
I just give a big thumbs up.
Technically true. God, you're so chaotic tonight.
Okay.
Give a big thumbs up and start preparing the ship to dock.
Arguably, I'm usually like this. This is the first time you guys have laughed.
So then, rotating back to the bar, what have you guys done in the span of time? Are you leaving?
Had a drink. I've calmed down a bit. And then I want to look about. Do you think Aberdeen would write on the back of that note and just throw it back at this?
Oh, definitely. I think, like I said, they'll be at the docks. Where else are you gonna park a ship? Honestly.
All right, let's take the most obvious route there in case they're coming this way, and then
Just Algo, you can ride the horse if you want.
Just Sargo's ears perk up. Yes.
It comes
I-
in the saddle, as you can see.
Can you put it back in the patch? Because
He kind of points to the door frame.
that horse is not going to make it out the door.
Well, I
Hmm.
guess this is now the backroom horse. Okay, time to go.
Could I cast Misty Step with the horse?
No,
Um,
Misty Step. You cannot
No.
transport. Yeah, unless you're
The
wearing the
master won't
horse.
let-
Unless you're wearing the horse like a skin suit. No.
I cast Polymorph on the horse, and I just turn it into a really small miniature horse.
That's the cutest thing ever. All right. So
It just here you go.
Okay.
Wow, that's pretty funny. So this larger draft horse now shrinks down to mini horse size, including small little clogging shoes, so that way its little hooves don't get deformed or whatever. And yeah, he's gonna follow you out. Just Zargo's just like,
Well, that worked. Lead
Yeah.
on.
Can you lead us to the docks?
Oh, yes. Right. I forget you are from flying ship. Big sailors of oblivion. The places you must go. Come along. Short trip. 10 minutes max.
and he just
Wonderful.
kind of starts hustling his way out.
Hey,
As soon as we're out of the tavern, the horse, I return it to normal size.
hey, Val.
Yeah.
Val,
Mhm.
I can't help but to notice that over the last since the Astral Dreadnought fisticuffs, you've given away a lot of your wealth. You're yanking patches off of your coat. Are you all right?
fine. I just don't have a need for material things.
Okay. Well, we might need them as a group to pay for things, so.
If you'd asked, I would have given you my money.
I know. I just wouldn't expect you to be so free with it lately. I just
Do you want a horse? She's reaching.
I
for a
no
pet.
no. I'm fine.
Okay. I have a
Zargo
dog as
kind of
well.
like continues walking, but he turns back towards you guys with his hands behind his head and is just walking backward, tail swishing a bit. And he's like,
Jizargo is accomplished thief, a little bit of a pickpocket. Maybe I could help make you some money on your travels, Yeah?
Would you steal from just very rich people?
If that's what you want.
I don't want to steal from people who need the money, but people who don't need the money and are just wasting it.
How
That's
do we
fine.
know who needs the money and who doesn't?
If he has a castle, if the person has a castle or some shit
Yeah.
like that, or servants,
Usually,
things like that.
thread count is a good rubric
Yeah,
to
that
use.
too.
Yeah.
Really good clothes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
usually what I go by is
Or
thread
if they're
count.
just a complete dick to customer service workers.
Yes. So.
Okay. Jizargo understands. We'll remember.
But
Awesome.
Jizargo will remember that.
but what I was asking, I want to make sure that people handle shocks differently. That was a little bit of a rough go we had. Just want to make sure you're all right.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, I've got to process some things. Might take some time, but
Okay.
but I'm doing all right.
Okay. Gives her a half a hug with an arm. All right. Let's go find everyone else.
So.
Oh, I forgot in my summary. Also, Vel's dad showed up last week.
Yeah. Wild.
Yeah.
I'll
remain in orc form until we can get a few dime bags of diamond dust.
As soon as Jizargo, Vel, and Colt make it to the docks, it's right about the time that everyone in the Ametrine 416 and the Excelsior have.
I like to think that we crossed paths but didn't see each other.
Well, that does bring me to my next point, which is that would be right about the time that you guys would have been making your way up. We can roll perception checks, although Colt has such a cracked out perception. Good luck.
Yeah, my passive is 27. Surely I would pick up on Earth Genasi.
That's a dirty 20 from Meow.
All right.
That's
Colt
a 5 from Val. She is definitely walking right past.
Natural 20.
Yeah. So, you guys are walking on different sides of the crowd, and there are two gates that lead in from the docks in and out to help facilitate a little bit of a better flow. You guys were heading towards the rightmost one, and at some point, you don't know why and you don't know how, but it's almost like you can feel static electricity in the air as Meow and Colt both just lock eyes from across the docks.
I mean, Meow would see that hat from a mile away.
Colt Sebastian Taylor.
There's no missing that out. It was the feather that gave it away.
Yeah, despite being
just doesn't see it 'cause it's an orc.
Despite being in orc form, he still has the same hat. Colt's gonna give a wave. You guys have any problem docking?
Yeah, before answering, I was gonna see the feather first, then the hat, then the orc face, and he's going to burst out laughing.
Amateur's just gonna look at him confused. Why? What's funny?
He's gonna elbow her to point over at Colt. He's the orc.
Yes, it's Colt. So what?
Yeah, you can't hear him, but you visibly see him sigh.
After pointing for a solid 5 seconds, Meow will wave.
Hello.
Walking towards Colt and Vel. And I'm assuming Champ as well.
Yeah. When we meet up, Val will introduce Jizargo to everyone as her very good friend who has the good stuff and winks at Meow specifically.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll instantly pick up on what you're saying.
What good stuff?
Drugs.
Friendship, of course.
Drugs. No.
Friendship.
Drugs. Drugs.
And
Zarko
it is
just-
not drugs. It is not drugs. It's moonshine.
Moon sugar. It is
Moon
a,
sugar.
a spiritual, sort of religious thing for my people.
Heat it up, inject it
Had
between
really,
the
had
toes.
really cool visions.
Meow will lean into Belle and be like, "It's okay. She's cool. She's cool now. She tried some."
Okay.
Giago.
Zargo.
Jargo. Is there
Sorry, Colt. Colt, can you respect Gisargo's name?
Drugo?
Gisargo.
Hargo.
Gisargo.
Cool,
Car-
it's Gisago.
Carl.
Not that difficult.
Gisargo.
Shergo.
Jess.
Shopping cart.
Car. Go.
Is there a location in town that could remove curses? A holy man, perhaps.
There is
I feel free of any curses after the moon sugar.
someone who calls himself the prophet at the local temple.
Oh boy. I have like a 50-50 success rate with people who give themselves that title, so okay. Listen, we're all blue for anyone who's wondering. It's because we have a bit of a wild magic curse on us.
Oh, sorry, guys.
I was wondering why you were all blue.
Yes, I'm obviously not at the moment, but that's why all of you. But I am also on the inside. So before we
With my 5 perception, I just noticed that. Oh, wow, you guys are blue too.
So
Nailed it.
I would suggest that we unblue ourselves before we depart. If we show up to Mintarn looking like this could
Start a new fashion trend, and then the world will run out of blue skin dye, and that will be very sad. I get that.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, that sounds good.
On the other hand, you could start brand new fashion.
That could be cool.
I'm pretty happy with my deathly pale white and red hair that I usually have.
He froze his brow. What? Because he still sees the orc.
Yeah.
It's like,
You know, this is part of the curse too.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. So no big deal.
How
So
would turn you into an orc?
I can do things. You've seen this
Okay.
before. I've done this.
Yeah, but like you said, it was a curse.
I don't feel like explaining that I can do a spell once every 8 hours unless we change my
I mean,
appearance.
that
that's fine then,
seemed
Colt.
pretty concise.
Well, anyways, so glad we found everyone. I would like to go find this prophet and hopefully get ourselves a little rearranged before we pop back on our ship and depart.
I thought we could look for some sheep for Radagast.
Probably not a bad idea, considering that Sword is probably still hungry. We should get some sheep, any
Do
supplies.
you know any sheep dealers?
I'm sure
Or
there's-
any other animals.
Yeah, livestock. I'm sure we can care of some livestock.
Just
I think he would
outside
appreciate
the
that.
northern gate, there is a stables. You could buy horses. Perhaps they also have sheep. Gisargo does not know, but good place to look. It is just after the
Gisargo.
temple, so it's basically straight
a-
shot.
Potbelly pig. So, first off, though, profit.
A pig! That would be fun. I've never seen one.
Yeah, and then if we have to feed the sword, bacon breakfast.
Sargo,
Profit.
thank you for being so helpful directing us. Are you sure you don't want another horse?
I'm okay. I think one is fine.
All right.
Meow will kind of walk up to the Khajiit's side and kind of throw his arm over his shoulder, and so
Ooh,
that's
powerful.
cargo. That's cargo. You said you've got the good stuff. Is that right?
he kind of darts his eyes around the docks and he goes,
You know, the officials in this place are very nosy, but maybe Gisargo knows where it lives.
Okay. I understand. He'll just give him a knowing glance.
Ah,
Well,
good. You know,
We'll approach this in due time.
maybe if we were on our way to another place in the safety of a domicile or a vessel, maybe we could discuss more.
Shall we
He'll
go
just
to the
give him a
prophet
sly
and
wink
then
and say no more.
buy some food and have a picnic on the dock of on the ship?
I think profit, livestock, supplies, ship, and as we depart, we can have a picnic as we're leaving.
Jazargo will have the picnic with us first.
Is he coming with us or not?
He's welcome to come with us, is he?
Oh, I thought.
Jizargo
Unless there's any
travels
objections.
light.
Yeah.
He will not get in the way.
Yeah.
In fact, I
Jazargo,
think
you've
it's
been the
time.
most helpful person.
Yes, you seem very kind.
I appreciate this.
He kind of
Thank you so much for
shows
helping
his
out, Val.
two fangy kitty teeth, and he's it's like,
Yes. It is least I could do.
Yeah,
You're
Well,
a
it's
very good
been-
person,
take his arm off
Jazargo.
of Jazargo and kind of scratches behind his ear a little bit.
his tail kind of wiggles. He's like,
Arguably, you've done a lot more than what most people have done. So
That is sad, I think.
Yes,
it is.
that's why we go around and help people and we kill the imperialists.
Let's not discuss too loudly.
We don't always give
They're
the best
suppressing the
first
freedom of the
impressions.
people,
Yeah, hello, Phil.
then they have to go.
Phil.
What was it you said? Down with the bourgeoisie.
Bourgeoisie.
Okay. Perhaps not in.
Jazargo is going to like it here. Perhaps we need a flag that is black and also has skull and crossbones.
I think there's a large paladin that would disagree.
Maybe
with you
a
on that.
live animal. Maybe a live animal instead of a skull. Because we have someone who likes us to not kill animals.
It could be human skull. Does that
works.
suffice? Okay. Jazargo will make preparations. Oh wait, no, you need Jazargo to show you the way.
Yes,
of course,
please,
of
yes,
course.
the prophets, yes.
Right.
Yes,
Jazargo does
More
not
fun 'cause we're
mind
shopping
This-
together.
turning right back around and heading the way he exactly just came from. No, it's fine. Okay.
Gold is gently rubbing the
It's
brow
fun
of
to go
his
shopping.
orc nose. Mm.
Everybody make me perception checks again.
Okay.
Oh, this time I got
Okay.
12.
Reliable talent, 22.
25.
27
One moment.
passive.
12.
I got an 8, but we'll just leave it. Whatever.
Okay. Everybody but Meow. Meow, you're a little too focused on, man, what is this new substance that this fucking cat's got? Everybody else, just past the left side of your view on the edge of the docks, sort of where the waves meet the beach, you can kind of catch this glimpse of what seems to be a shimmering, almost rag-like figure, seemingly. He's either holding chains or he has chains wrapped around him. You're not quite sure, but as if you just blinked and it's gone, sort of with one last crest of a wave, sort of shimmers out.
I don't like that. Anyone else see that?
Does it look like Pirate Daedra guy?
It doesn't.
Okay, good. That's one thing.
Yeah, I was gonna completely not hear any of this, and it's gonna ask Jazargo if he's had an opportunity to smoke Nernroot before.
His eyes go really wide. And he's like, "Is that safe?"
I mean, I didn't die.
Good point. No, I have not.
Yo, just kind of look at him and just kind of slow nod. I'm gonna hook you up, bud.
Cool. Hopefully we turn invisible.
I honestly don't remember if I turned invisible or not. I think I did.
I believe you did.
Yep.
So then Jazargo leads you through the docks, back through the northern part of town, as you sort of head through the western section of Anvil. You pass by a couple really nice manor houses, sort of almost like Greek-looking columns outside. It's basically a very almost Greek-looking city, Greek Roman, that sort of architecture. Uh, a nice, beautiful sort of Greco-Roman fountain depicting just one really nice looking lady. You got a smile on her face, and she sits on this rock, and there's a bunch of small children around, and the children are like, pouring out vases and stuff, sort of water rolling into this fountain, recirculating. Beyond that is this really nice chapel, one portion of it high up into a bell tower. And there's maybe 4 or 5 people by themselves there stopped listening to this man. Most people sort of pass by and don't stay too long, but they're listening. There's this guy sitting on the front steps just outside the chapel, wearing this brown robe. He's got kind of like salt pepper gray hair, and he's shouting at the top of his lungs, and you can just barely hear. And that's when Palinul slew the unfeathered. But he will return. I've seen it. I know it to be true. Glancing your guys' direction, he continues, sort of proselytizing to the crowd.
Colt's gonna say in Celestial, knowing that Vel and Amatrine understand that. This is actually one of his native tongues, so he doesn't speak with an accent. He's gonna say, I think something might be paying attention to us, so keep your eyes peeled. And then he'll pop in the comment. Yeah, I guess this is the prophet, I assume?
I'm going to repeat that to Meow telepathically.
Ooh, well done.
Yeah, will kind of like stick his finger in his ear, like thinking something like a bug is in it or something. Like, and then, oh yeah, right, we can speak telepathically. He'll just like behind him give a thumbs up that he understood.
Telepathically, she'll just say, like, just as a reminder, you cannot respond telepathically yet. I will try to teach you how to do it, but not many people have figured out how. Unfortunately.
I hope he just
But-
keeps talking like Black Razor does.
Meow will respond in his mind. Okay.
She won't be able to hear. She can't hear it.
He's oblivious.
But yeah, no, for some reason people keep getting confused by that. And she'll just keep rambling on in your head.
This is nothing new to Meow. At this point, he's had so many people talking in his head. It's just commonplace at this point.
Doesn't even bother.
But anyways, I just wanted to let you know, just to keep your eye out for something. I don't know what it is, but apparently we're being watched.
In his head again. Can you wait? Hang on. Can you communicate? You can't communicate with Wave, can you? Unless you're attuned to it.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Okay, correct. I was gonna say maybe we could have like
Can
a
I
telephone game.
can I communicate to Wave through Meow?
Like a conference call?
Like
Yeah.
A three-way calling? Three-way calling?
I'm gonna go with yeah.
Nice.
But they can't
'Cause there's a lot of weird like
Yeah.
because it can read the thoughts of the wielder, and that's how they communicate. And how is telepathy? Is there like telepathy channels? Like, are you talking to Meow on your own separate channel? That's a lot of
Like,
really deep stuff that I'm just gonna
my
smush into
telepathy
one.
is my telepathy it wouldn't work probably because I communicate with him, but he can't respond.
I imagine it as Meow holding 2 separate cell phones up to his ear, and one cell phone is on mute, and he can't reply to that cell phone.
2 seashells.
And he
Just-
also
just-
cannot turn them off.
To be determined.
But I mean, like I usually solve that with detect thoughts too.
So,
Although that one lost a minute, but
has the
anyways.
preacher guy noticed us at this point?
I mean, he sees that you've joined the throng of people, probably along with the 5 if you guys are standing there. He's not necessarily singling you out or anything, but he's just kind of continuing the sermon. At this point, he's talking about a particular entity named Umaril the Unfeathered, who is going to return and wreak havoc, and a divine champion needs to rise up and destroy him before the world is lost.
Now, Radagast stayed behind. Did Theron join us?
So this could have been a Theron quest lead. He is not here tonight, so he's here but not here, and I won't make any choices for him. So, you know, my
Can I
hands are kind of
communicate with
tied.
him? Can I
You-
communicate
Val-
with him?
Yeah.
Val will put her hand up as he's speaking. Like,
Rise up! You with the horns, yes?
Next session.
hi, are you magic? Do the gods channel their powers through you?
Yes, they do.
Cool, can you make me not blue? I was cursed.
Oh, I'm. Okay, that makes more sense. Yes, I should be able to do that.
Actually, with several, we kind of ran into a blue cursey type issue on our vessels, so we have multiple blued people. More than happy to compensate you for your trouble, of course.
I have a horse.
We could give you a horse.
I don't require anything in return. It is what the divines will. But to heal you all, I think that power might be better left to RK. Yes, inside the chapel, around the topmost section, just past the tabernacle, individual shrines. Find the one labeled to RK and pray for your curse to be delivered, and by his mercy, it shall be done.
Cool, thanks.
Okay.
So you're not gonna do it?
Well, I could take care of one of you, but then I'm sort of spent for the day.
I see. So if we go in there, we pray, and
So you're just the receptionist.
In a way, yes.
Okay.
What
Not
I
a valuable
do is
job.
the divines leave me messages, and I interpret those messages and tell you people.
Secretary. PR guy.
representative.
We'll go with PR.
PR, yes.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you, Mr.
What was your name?
Dr. Prophet.
And what are we praying to?
Okay.
RK.
What's RK?
A divine.
A
Is a
divine
divine
what?
different from a god?
That's the name of their celestial type folks in this area. So they're called divines. So,
Oh.
yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, well, thank you, Mr. Prophet. We appreciate your assistance. And I will write a lovely review of your lectures here or something. For my small yet reliable subscribership in another dimension. Okay, in we go.
All right. Heading in through the door just past the prophet, you're in sort of a 3-doored entryway. Maybe about 5 to 10 feet in front of you is a sort of concrete railing, which is guarding a sort of dip where some steps go down into the undercroft. It looks like the door in front of you and the door directly over to the right, those both lead outside to different entrances of the temple. Looking to your left, rows of pews, again, these nice columns up, and there are these beautiful stained glass windows. There are 9 of them all together that sort of line the inside of the chapel there. The centermost one being labeled Arche. Uh, beneath that is a small shrine devoted to Arche.
Is there anyone in here?
There is not.
Can
There is a
I-
large holy water font too in the center, just past all the pews and stuff. If you guys are about that sort of thing.
Can I take a moment to take a look around, see if I see what I saw previously again?
Sure.
22 again. Reliable talent.
You don't see anything, but you can hear the clinking of chains
Colt,
ever so slightly.
Colt is going to casually rest his hand on the butt of his pistol. Not like, like, just like, hooking a thumb on the belt, but it's right next to there. Okay. Colt's gonna kind of stop everyone from walking forward, and he's gonna kind of pull them close. I have a really shitty record with religious types. Paladins, priests, prophets, etc., etc. Theron's like a very nice exception to the rule. So, let's all be very careful in here. I don't like any of this. I also don't like being blue. And Colt's gonna drop disguise self and show blue Sebastian Taylor. Clashes terribly with his red hair.
Let's get praying then, so we can get out of
How
here.
do you pray?
I think you just
What is
talk like
praying
in the
anyway?
in the altar is a person that can help you, and then you just start talking to them.
Like, okay.
Like, here, I'll show you, and Val just like kneels in front of the altar and just says, "Hey, RK, can you please get rid of my blueness? Thanks."
It's very convincing. Colt's gonna just like do like a slow clap. That's. I mean, you managed
Roll
to.
me a percentile check.
You managed to convince a devil pirate not to take us as his crew. Let's see if this works with divines.
Do.
Well, did you hear Buck?
Sorry, my family just arrived home and distracted me for a second there.
Jerks.
All right, so you wanted me to roll something?
Percentile.
D100.
57.
It's not too much longer after you shut your mouth from talking that your skin begins to return to a normal shade.
Colt is going to look dumbfounded that actually worked. Helen, I swear you could fall out of a carriage into a pile of shit and come out looking like $1,000,000 sometimes.
Of course.
Amazing. All right, who wants to try next?
Well, that looks simple enough.
Yeah, go for it, Ametry.
Or, Meow, did you want to go? I wouldn't mind watching one more. No?
Yeah, I was gonna shake his head vigorously.
Fine, I'll do it. Colt's going to go down. And he's going to speak in Celestial. RK. Great Divine, looking down on him, thank you so much for making my friend the shade that she is properly shaded. I myself am not great looking blue, and would appreciate it if you could remove this pigment for me to return me to my natural state. Therefore, I could continue on my journey, my quest that, being a divine, you are probably more aware of than anyone else here.
Okay. Percentile, please.
Okay.
I so badly want him to fail just because of how eloquent
Wouldn't
he
that
is.
just be hilarious?
All of a sudden he turns a
Ooh,
neon
not
blue.
great.
Uh
Or
oh.
it could be really good. We don't know.
We don't know. Yeah, we don't know which way. I was hoping to get the same roll that you got.
Quick bin luck.
I don't think a fork's gonna move it one way or another.
Oh no, is it that bad? Uh oh.
So you finished uttering your prayer, and your skin returns to its normal shade.
Yeah. It's all in the delivery. That's all. Be earnest, honest, and straightforward, and
Upon
things
hearing
happen.
you say honest, Meow will just chuckle. Under his
I've
breath.
never said a lie in my life.
Vel laughs.
The chains that you heard get a little louder when you say that.
Am I the only one to hear this? Do other people
Do
hear
we
the
all
chains?
hear this? Yeah, thank you.
Just Colt.
Oh no.
Colt is going to take a few steps back, quietly draw his sword, and just hold it behind his back. He is eyeballing every dark corner.
Noticing
So-
how Val will stand at his back to watch his back.
You begin tracing the room with your eyes, sort of rotating around, and through one rotation, everything's cool. Vel's keeping up with you until you feel her sort of freeze in place, and the world around you becomes a little gray
From my perspective.
from your perspective.
Oh no!
Everything begins to get cold,
Oh.
and you hear this slam of a door down from the undercroft, and these big beating footsteps coming up stone, these chains dragging.
Oh fuck! It's Jacob Marley.
And you hear a voice familiar to you, Colt. But I need to know who that is. Someone in your past, Colt, that may have been a friend
Boy.
that you have wronged in some way.
Oh boy. Can we take a 5-minute break? I think.
Well,
But- but-
that's actually leading me to my next point. So anyway, our ghastly figure crests the steps and yells, "Colt!" And we'll be right back.
Oh. Oh.
Da-na-na-na-da-na.
And we're back.
Perfect.
Hello.
The man who crests the stairs. It seems like acid has eaten away part of his face, or he was partially digested at some point. And as he lifts his chain,
Okay, I think Colt knows who this is.
as he sort of drops his chains to the floor with a loud thud, and he raises a bony, halfway exposed finger, to the bone. Colt Sebastian Taylor. Trying to repent your wicked ways.
Well, I would say it's more of a cosmetic fix than anything else. I don't regret anything I've done.
Of course you don't. But you see, I know something that you don't. But out of our old bond, he brings a hand to his chest. I am willing to let you in on the secret. Would you like to know, Mr. Taylor?
Well, old friend. That's what friends do. They clue them in.
You will be visited this night by 3 spirits
including
who
you.
will explore. No,
So you're the fourth.
I am an extra.
Okay, so this is your like spirit 0.
Yes. Consider this your spirit 0.
Okay, it's not much of a promotion.
He sighs. Listen, I have a whole thing. To
Okay, go
go
ahead.
through.
Sorry.
Listen,
Sorry.
ever since you've killed me,
Dude.
I've been doing this.
Can everyone hear that?
Just you.
Okay, good.
3 spirits, right?
3.
You'll be visited by your past, your present day actions, and things yet to come. Perhaps by showing you where you've been, where you're going, you'll change your ways and be a better person. Or, he raises his chains, be damned for eternity, like myself.
Okay.
And
Oh, yes.
your friends are coming for the ride. They're not innocent in any of this either. And we figure, why select one person a year when we could just tackle the whole group at once?
Save in bulk, I suppose.
That's right. We're doing at least like 6 Christmas carols at this point.
Oh, nice. Well, I don't know if this means anything to you, but it was not my intention to have you assigned to this specific afterlife activity. I had hoped that you would have found peace, but maybe in the next life.
Hmm. Well, responsibility for your actions is another thing we're hoping you learn.
Oh.
Anyway,
Yeah, I mean, no,
just
I totally killed you. Yeah, absolutely.
to recap, 3 spirits,
3
all of you
spirits.
doing a thing, going through personal changes. Really try to embrace it.
Should I tell? I mean, I don't know if we can hear you. Should I tell everyone else what you're telling me, or can they even hear you now?
He sighs and snaps his fingers. The rest of you, like, you had just blinked, and now all of a sudden, there's this dude in like gray rags, like dangling chains and speaking with Colt.
I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
think it is.
go up to it. Do I still see the arcade statue?
Yeah.
I was just about to go talk to it when this happened. And I'll turn
Proceed.
around. Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to not be blue anymore.
Perfect. You know what you need to do for that then? Instant results. You'll be visited by 3 spirits tonight, all of you.
But
You're gonna-
golden
Are you one
velvet.
of the spirits?
He's spirit 0. He's spirit 0, guys. He's spirit 0. Doesn't count towards the 3. Val, we've actually met this guy before once.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, is this who I think it is?
That's who
It
it
is.
is. It is.
Alright.
Who is it?
You got a name?
Bob.
Yeah.
Yes, Valhalla, it's me,
Robert.
Bob.
Bobbert.
As you can see, I'm
So-
damned for all eternity to haunt people every December.
I mean, once a month is a pretty sweet gig.
Once a
I
year.
mean, pretty sweet gig for a month a year.
When I'm not there, I'm trapped in Avernus.
Is that a bad place?
It's not great.
I mean,
I'm so
That
sorry
sucks,
to hear
buddy.
that.
is that a layer of hell?
Yes, the first one, in fact.
Alright, well, I might stop by and rescue you on my way to find my brother.
He looks dumbfounded. He's like,
Don't go buttering me up before the whole carol, okay?
Hey, you said you weren't one of the spirits, so does it matter?
Spirit 0.
and he sighs and he's like, he looks up to the sky and he's like,
Listen, I think we need to redo the whole opening speech. Okay. All right.
So you're not gonna take away the blue?
We will. w- w- Ah.
Snaps his fingers, and you all return to your normal skin shade.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, even me
There.
now?
You're right. You're right, guys. This praying thing
Even
does
meow.
work.
Yeah, I told you.
Yes. Now, are we all focused? Are all of
Never.
our problems dealt with? Yes. Never, of course. Who am I talking to?
Well, I
He's
did.
gonna
I
walk-
did.
He's
Matt's
Come
gonna walk
on.
up to the spirit and try sticking his finger through the spirit to see if it
He
goes
feels
through.
like Jello, and like when you poke all the way through, it's like you just put your hand right into Jello. He's like,
that is not going to smell great.
Is Jisara with us?
Yeah, we'll immediately take a whiff.
it's noxious, and you wish you hadn't done it.
He's gonna keep that to himself and just like put it.
It reeks of unshowered feet, having worked on a farm for about 3 weeks straight in the same pair of shoes.
Just gonna kind of smear it off on Colt's shirt.
Great.
Bob coils up some of his chains and sits down on one of the pews and lights up a cigarette and is like,
Where was I? Right, yeah.
3 spirits.
You know, let me ask you guys, has anyone ever described you as assholes?
Every day.
Not
No.
to my face.
That's
Never.
right. Not to your face.
I mean, I don't know what people say behind my back.
I have a lot of titles. And monikers.
They don't usually stay conscious much longer after they say it to me.
Don't you ever wow. Don't you ever wish you could fix that?
He takes another big drag of his cigarette and sighs.
Sounds like he does fix it.
That's not a nice solution.
Where's Jasago? Jasago's a nice person. Jasago will know the right thing to say.
Jazargo is like,
Oh, wait outside.
What the hell is happening here? Do you know
You
this
see
man?
the ghost? Yeah.
Kinda.
I guess his name's Bob. Meow's gonna take out his pipe and hand it over to him and be like, "Hey, you look like you might need this, Bob."
he grabs it and just like immediately starts chiefing on it, kind of bogarting it a bit. He's like,
Thanks. Once a year shore leave, take advantage. Anyway, so, God, when I saw your guys' names on the list, I was like, oh, here we go. But since we're doing it, we're gonna do the whole change your attitude, change your life type thing, make you better people in one night. So
That sounds fake.
yeah,
I didn't
doesn't it?
realize I didn't realize I was a bad person.
Well, for you in particular, it's more about being
I'm sorry.
influenced by bad people. You're very
Am I a bad person?
impressionable. You've done
I
some
am?
not so nice things. One might say naughty, in fact. I mean, he points to himself. I mean, that's me. I remember you fondly taking care of me.
But I'm just helping a friend.
Yes, exactly.
he points
not
over to
bad thing to
Meow.
Rampant alcoholism.
He points to the pipe.
He's
This
recovered.
is questionable.
He's recovered
Mostly.
from his alcoholism. He's
The
just a
amount of
drug addict
bar
now.
fights you've had.
Meow's gonna look at his
That's the
knuckles.
quote of the night.
And speaking of being a bad impression, he's gonna take the pipe and offer it to Amatrin.
Oh, thank you.
This large waft of nasty feet just hits your nose the moment that thing gets anywhere close.
This is new. Okay. Goes for it.
He's gonna just smile and nod.
What? Gross.
Come to think of it, we should really just I guess get a move on. Mr. Past, if you would.
And you hear,
You mean now? Yes, now. Well, okay, then that's what we're gonna do. All right. Well,
and sort of like halfway prancing, halfway just like joyfully sauntering up the steps is this Uguay style turtle, a turtle in D&D. Is carrying kind of a staff, and it's red and green. It's got like a nice little star at the top.
it was, hello. I'm going to be your guide through your own personal pasts. Hope everyone's ready. It won't matter what you bring with you. No one's going to be able to see you, hurt you, interact with you. Same thing with you to them. So don't worry about your weapons. Any questions?
Yes, sorry, what was your name?
You know, throughout the centuries, I don't exactly think it was Reese or Rory. I think it was
Well,
Reese.
what would you like to be called?
Yeah, you can call me Reese. That works. Even if it's not my
Reese?
name, sounds cool.
It's lovely to meet you.
Yeah, likewise. Hopefully, y'all aren't. Never mind. Giving too much away there again, Reese. Okay, so are we ready?
I suppose so.
Sure, I guess.
We were really hoping to get your really depressed friend before he took a vacation. He would have been the most interesting
Oh,
past.
yeah, that would have been a whole series of things with that guy.
Eh, well,
You know, I think you look more like a Raphael.
I could consider it.
Okay, so he's gonna walk forward. He's like, okay then.
Typically we do this one at a time, but seeing as there's few of yous, who wants to go first, huh?
I'm happy to be the test subject for this.
Ah, cool. Awesome.
First for what? For what?
He smiles a big turtle grin.
Is my favorite part.
He stamps his staff down twice, and the world around you is washed away in this sort of snowy flurry. And Val, a brief description of what a childhood holiday would have looked like for Valhalla. Maybe the weeks leading
Ooh.
to a winter solstice celebration.
I feel like it would be kind of a really big deal in terms of like some sort of gala or event that my family was attending, and you had to have like less like make sure you brushed up on your etiquette and your dancing, and it's like all this pressure to be like perfect for that and try and look your best and like fittings for new clothes, that kind of thing in the lead up to this high society like political event.
Okay. So, you guys join yourselves, all surrounding a adolescent Valhalla, getting her hair done by a parental figure, a guardian, perhaps.
Yeah, my mother possibly.
Okay.
Stepmother?
Stepmother?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know your background.
I know your background. This is a subtle way, not only for me to help flesh out you guys' backstories, but give some neat little tidbits here and there.
I feel like maybe it would actually just be like a maid, like my mother would be not bothering
That makes sense.
to help me.
I want to see your brother.
She is sort of smiling at you from behind you, fixing up your hair, looking at you through the vanity.
I know this is taking forever, but it's gonna be worth it.
There's sort of a knock on the door. Valhalla? What was your
Yes?
brother's name again?
Tez. I can't pronounce the full name I chose from. Tis in there.
That tracks. That tracks.
And what is his full name? Tezuka. Yeah, I can put it in chat.
Okay.
There we go.
That's for short.
Okay.
It was
Yeah,
from Fantasy Name Generator.
Tez it is. So you will currently you can be inhabiting both younger body you or older body you at any given point, however you want to inhabit this backstory. I kind of had it planned as like you're looking on the conversation, but it is fun for you to reply as well. So I'm gonna leave that door open for you.
Okay.
But the younger you would understand that is Tez at the door, and you physically, just like any good Christmas Carol, you can hear this sort of going on. And make a history check. See if you remember this event.
That's a 19.
You remember this particular solstice very vividly because this was the first time that your brother gave you a Christmas present. This being maybe a piece of jewelry or something, not very expensive, obviously handmade. Maybe it's something you keep with you, or maybe it's something you don't. That's up for you. But either way, it's a very nice moment. And he sort of walks his way in. He's like beaming from ear to ear. Look what I got. It's just literally a box. It's not wrapped, but it does have like a string going across the top.
Oh. So Val's being offered this, is she?
Yes. Yep.
Should take it and say thank you. You know you don't have to do anything for me.
Well, of course, but I want to.
Just smiles. Put the books aside for a moment to hug Tears before I open it.
At this point, our Reese slash Raphael Turtle Man is gonna lean over. Oh, nice moment, wasn't it?
Yep.
Eh.
She's clutching a necklace that she still has.
Hopefully you can get back to things like that. He sort of wipes a little little turtle tear from his eye. He's like, well, not to cut you short here, but I don't want to dig the daggers in too deep yet. Don't hold out. He looks over towards Meow. You're next, mate, and bonks you on the head with the staff real quick.
I was visibly upset.
Watch it, Booger.
He's laughing all the way through the snowy transition. What would a childhood Christmas look like for Meow?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, talking about generational alcoholism. His father.
And that's why I started with, well, it
Something
went that
sweet.
way.
Sorry, guys. This isn't gonna be very jolly. Yeah, it's gonna be a very loud and hair-raising scene with Meow's father, just kind of drunk out of his mind and yelling at everyone. Meow, an only child, and his mother.
Are you guys basically gathered inside the house? Or are we having Christmas at the bar? God, that'd be fucked up.
No, I don't want to go that far. Yeah, it's at the house. That would be brutal. I would imagine on the same farmland that Meow lived on with his family, so he probably would have inherited it in that little shack.
We'll say maybe you were maybe you were 9 or 10 at this point, and your dad sort of sits down in this old rickety rocking chair across the room. He's got a big chaw in. He's like, sits an ale down. Boy, come here. I got you something.
Meow clenches his fist and like holds back a lot of deep-seated anger that he has not dealt with in years, and just kind of slowly walks towards him. He doesn't say anything.
Good
Kind
lad.
of like doesn't even look at him. Just kind of like averts his gaze downward.
Yeah. He takes a big plug of chewing tobacco and like plops it into your hand.
Figure you're old enough now. There you go.
Oh boy.
That ought to make you happy, right?
Oh,
Get
God.
Pops a refill, won't you?
Puts the mug in your hand too right after that.
He just kind of looks down at his hands and just wants to lash out, but like every fiber of his being is telling him to just knock him unconscious. But he'll close his fist with the chewing tobacco and go walk into the kitchen to get him a refill of his drink.
Reese is gonna turn over to Meow. So, boy, this is a pretty soul-crushing vibe compared to the last one, huh?
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
Aye, you know, part of the changing process is seeing just how far we've come.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Jeez. Your dossier was right. You are cranky. All right. Well, we have a schedule to keep, and we don't want to dawdle, and I don't want to die. So,
I
this
think
one should be easy.
Amatrine will just kind of like telepathically kind of like send comforting vibes to Meow.
She's just sending basically gifs of puppies.
Just like happy vibes.
I love the idea of telepathically sending gifts. That's one of my new
Oh,
favorite things.
Telepathically sending gifts.
It's just gifts of puppies.
Wow. There you are.
Yeah, no. She'll share with him like the feeling of, being high, but then also being like in the company of like his wife. And just like kind of general like happy feelings.
I love
Speaking
that.
of getting high, Meow is going to fight through the nasty feet smell, and he's going to take a huge ass.
Oh. Oh man, that's grody. Reese, bonks Amatrine on the head. This one should be a pretty easy solstice, as I assume we're probably gonna see you and your entire family just snoozing somewhere underground.
She's never celebrated Christmas. Like well, I mean, they've been asleep. So
Right.
I mean, unless you wanna like take them into like unless you wanna do something where like
I
it's
have
like
an
her
idea.
first Christmas.
Okay. The scene transfers again, but into like 2 layers back of that same exact scene with Vel. But you guys are watching you guys watch Vel, and he's like, so they told me to wing it. You never had a Christmas before. This kind of being your first one, and also one that happened in the past.
Well,
This is what we got, I think.
mean, I don't think I've ever actually celebrated it necessarily, but I've certainly heard people talk about it.
Okay, let's go with that. He sort of holds his staff above your head. Just think real hard about the first time you've ever heard of the celebration.
Okay.
Bonk.
Candlekeep.
So, so they are actually underground. Look around, and there's very, very, very little light. And you see Ametrian along with a bunch of Duragar kind of and other kind of, people, slaves that are like kind of attached to one another mining. And in undercommon you hear snippets of like something about this like the slaves missing their families and like sort of remembering this time around Christmas about being with their families and like kind of being sad about it, and she kind of hears it but doesn't really understand it.
Reese just whistles. Wow, this is kind of heavy.
I mean,
It looks.
this is one of my favorite times.
It is.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I got to dig in the dirt, and I mean, when I first woke up, I was really lost, and I didn't understand what was going on. And these very nice people found me, and they gave me like these really nice bracelets, and kept me on a chain to just so that I wouldn't wander off and get lost. And yeah, I got they encouraged me to dig, find nice rocks. I mean, I didn't like it when they would get really, really mad when I wouldn't find the rocks. But yeah, overall it was lots of fun.
One of the slave driver guards is walking over to where past Amatrine is digging and screaming at the top of his lungs, "No! I told you to sort out the black rocks! We want the white rocks!"
And telepathically, like, but these ones are just as nice.
Just to return to the Scottish misunderstandings. God, I love that. Reese would then turn to the group. Sort of makes you wonder. She's appreciative of being in slavery. That's kind of cool.
What do you mean slavery?
You maybe ask your friends when we're done here.
I don't think this was slavery.
He points to the chains that you're attached to everybody. Held captive,
so that we would,
along with other
it wasn't-
people.
It wasn't held captive. It was just so that we wouldn't get lost. I mean,
Did they let you leave?
the Underdark's a very dangerous place.
Oh, yeah, wow. That is a pretty messy place. He shoots like a sideways glance
Wait.
over at Colt and is like slowly bringing the staff over there.
I mean, there was a lot of people who were, they didn't feed us very much.
Nope. And
was I a slave?
You were a slave. Yep.
What?
Merry Christmas. I gave you the gift of knowledge.
What?
Eh. Now you can be empowered, Rise up.
She's having like this full like realization that like her happiest memory was actually quite terrible.
I think Colt's gonna put his hand up her shoulder and kind of just give it a reassuring squeeze.
Is everything a lie?
Well, define everything.
I mean, are you guys slavers?
No.
Am I still a slave?
No. No, you can come and go as you like. No, those were bad people. You just didn't quite have experience with bad people before.
They were bad people?
They could have been better. Stupid.
Apparently, though, we can be better.
Well, I don't know.
Full like.
Now that's the spirit, Valhalla. Yes, change can happen, and especially in one night. We've done it year after year.
Does this actually? Do you go back and see the results? Does this actually work?
Oh yeah, we kind of stick around and haunt the same guy for at least about 2 or 3 months after, just to make sure it all sticks.
Oh boy.
Oh, so I'll be sticking around.
Super.
Well, you won't be seeing us, but you might be feeling us.
Trust
You know,
to
that came
clarify.
off a little bit different than I meant it.
Yeah,
just so you know.
this is a weird night.
What do you mean?
Well, you might feel our presence watching. That doesn't actually sound good either. Reese, just drop it. Okay, so, Mr. Taylor, now he bonks you with the staff. What's a little Colt Christmas look like?
Oh, okay. Maybe unlike the other scenes, you would see a large hallway of a large castle. This is a significant complex. Trees, decorations, and you see a lot of people moving about. The sort of nervous energy before a large sort of event. You see guards moving about. They're all wearing the same sort of dark blue uniform, gold trim, gold buttons, but you do notice that each of them have like different sets of they're called aguillettes. They're kind of like a rope-like decoration that hangs from the shoulder to the middle of the chest and it hangs down the sides. Very used in French military, and they're all different colors. There's several different colors, and it doesn't make sense of the rhyme or reason of them. But eventually, you see someone stomping down the hallway, a very young Colt Sebastian Taylor. No beard, no long hair, kind of a shaggy red hair, has a big old black eye, and he's being trailed by a Harrington, which is the rabbit race in D&D. Sort of, obviously, he's being escorted by this Harrington, but Colt is walking away that he doesn't want to be walking next to somebody that's sort of stomping around. Moving through, he's obviously Colt is also in a blue uniform. Has a green rope tassel. So does the rabbit behind him. And he looks a little irked, but proud at the same time. Sort of the reckless confidence that you would probably recognize in the young face. Hangs a left to two big doors. Guards out front also wearing the dark green rope. And inside this rather large room, you would then see a face that many of you have seen before. It is an elf with white hair and green eyes. It is Star.
And then, what is it you guys are doing again? I was trying to keep up with the.
Gotcha. Well, it's before a large holiday event. Close a black eye. Looks like he'd been doing some sort of fencing or training with the rabbit. And they come in. I would say President Colt, as soon as he sees this, he kind of loses a little color, and you'll probably see him look sad in a way. Not so much of regret, just he has not seen this in a very long time.
So is this a bad one for you there?
No, this is just haven't seen this setting for quite a while. This was before a large family event, not my family, but I had arrived a little bit with a black eye, so got a bit of a talking to.
It's pretty wild growing up in an elven kingdom, huh?
I held my own. I had a benefactor.
Star sort of looking down and sort of punching your shoulder. I guess I should see the other guy, huh?
Yes, you should, Your Highness.
She kind of scoffs.
But the lesson went well. Captain back there showed me a few things. I'm pretty good. Just saying, I'm going to be a pretty good captain for God.
Hmm. She kind of snickers. But I thought you were going to be a writer.
I can do a lot of things. So, you don't always need guarding. Sometimes you just like sip wine all day and talk to people. While you're doing that, I can just sit in the corner and write.
She
God.
kind of
God.
smiles and puts her arm around you and extends a hand out as she's like trying to paint a scene for you. Ah, yes. Colt S. Taylor. Amateur guard, amateur adventurer, amateur everything.
Someone has to have like multiple talents here because that guy, he just complains and does sword stuff. And, I'm just thinking that I could, like, do all these different things and be, like, pretty almost okay at them.
Reese sort of begins scratching his head, looking at this scene, and he's like, "This kind of makes sense."
Cole doesn't say anything. All right.
So, do we all sort of have an understanding of where we've all been and where we've come from?
Yes.
Sure.
I wasn't a slave. No,
Wait, what? No, wait, what?
I wasn't a slave. No.
Amatrine, were you
You
allowed
went-
to leave? What happened when someone tried to leave?
I don't remember. I mean, why would you want to
Probably
leave?
because it was incredibly traumatic and you blocked it from your mind.
You might have been
They probably
you might have been in a
punished
cult.
severely
You might have been in
anyone who
a
tried
cult.
to
I
leave.
mean, my memory tends to be very fuzzy, though.
And you know what?
Yeah, there was clearly chains on people. If you wanted the people to stay together, you tie them together with rope maximum. You don't chain them. That's if you don't want them to escape.
Avatar, if you were happy, if you felt happy, that's all that matters.
Make the best of a bad situation, I can understand that. Hell, I felt imprisoned by my family growing up sometimes.
I mean, I got to I got to dig in the dirt. And
Oh, next
find
time get paid for it.
Yeah, well, she may not have had that experience to realize that. Listen,
It was right when I just woke up.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay.
What's important is that you're not there anymore, and you're here with us, and we all care about you.
What other memories do I have that are wrong?
You
Man,
know-
it's not a wrong memory.
He's gonna put his hand on Amatrine's shoulder and say, "Sometimes it's better to just not remember."
Misinterpreted.
I don't think the memory's wrong. Because you would have felt those things and that's how you saw it and that's what memories are. They're how we perceive situations we're in. So that memory is correct. It's just that our memory of the memory is different.
Okay.
Well, it sounds like we've got everything sort of settled. We've got a lot of existential questions. Was I a slave? Was I not a slave? Why did I get chewed for Christmas? Different things. Now, maybe it's time.
Colt will say, 1 second. And he will probably take 30 seconds to sort of just walk around the room once, looking at everything. Like visiting an old home. Oh, he is. He's visiting an old home. And then finally kind of rejoin the group. Okay.
All right. Well, once again, I've been Reese, and it has been a pleasure haunting you.
Does he hand out comment cards?
At the end of this haunting, you're going to be asked how my performance was today. Did I show you valuable things about your life? And did I help you guys get together as a group? Let them know honestly, but a 5 would really be appreciated. Now,
I think I would have been happier not knowing.
yeah, well, it's part of the Christmas healing process. You got to have a little bit of pain, and then you kind of grow from there.
Can Meow try bonking him on the head with his staff so that he has to go through some of the most painful memories of his life?
I need a dexterity sleight of hand check really quick.
You got it, dude.
Can I help?
Yeah, can any of us help? Colt's got great perception. He could help.
Is anyone else proficient in dexterity sleight of hand?
Colt
that's a
is,
four-
but he is half checked out at the moment. This I would say that Val Damage would notice that this hit him harder than he wants to let on. So he would
so-
not help.
You can just barely get your foot kind of behind the staff at such an angle that, Meow, if you feel like if you wanted to, you could probably kick it your way to bring the top of the staff to bonk him.
100% do, yes.
Okay. Roll to hit for me.
Oh god. I crit and kill the ghost of Christmas past.
Oh
The
no.
nicest fellow.
Rice. Name's Rice. Hello there.
Wait, hang on. I just rolled with wave. Let me not do that. Do you want me to just roll a d20?
Yeah, you can add your
Actually-
proficiency bonus if you want.
Okay, that is 4. I'm going to spend inspiration, reroll that. I'm assuming he's pretty slippery. I rolled worse. I use a lucky die.
you really want this to
Wait.
go.
He is very upset with this ghost right now.
You might bonk him on the head and like implode on himself.
That's a okay.
Can
There we
I-
go. That's a 14 to hit. Excuse me, 15 to hit.
Okay. You were saying something, though?
I was just gonna say, if you want, can I give one of my inspirations to Meow if he wants to reroll that?
Nope, they are yours.
Yeah, we also don't get them at the beginning of sessions anymore, folks.
Well,
Oh, do we not?
I wouldn't say not necessarily. Yeah, it depends on how I'm feeling that day.
Yeah. Well,
All
How are
right.
you feeling today?
I don't know. Apparently you guys are on the naughty list, or else you wouldn't be getting Christmas caroled.
Well, if need be, I've got 2 more lucky dice to spend.
Yeah, you got those. Yeah, you got those.
Save,
sort
those,
of-
save those for the next ghost.
As you know that there are 3, not including Ghost Zero. You kick the staff sort of towards you, and it boom cracks Reese on the head. And, and the same sort of snow swirling goes, oh no, oh man, we really gotta do that, you know? You see a scene of what seems to be like a small schoolhouse, where there are like a bunch of smaller turtles, like sort of writing. They seem like they're copying something down from this sort of elder turtle who's up and writing on a blackboard. And judging by the way that Reese is looking, all the turtles look identical. It's really hard to tell them apart, but you can tell by the way that he's looking at the one sort of at the frontmost part of the class that that's probably little Reese. He goes, "Oh man, yep, I remember this. Preparatory school. It's boy, this was a dark Christmas here. Really made a fool of myself. This is a painful memory." And then you hear the loudest fart you've ever heard ripped in your life come from Child Turtle Reese. The rest of the children erupt with laughter and all point, scold, and make fun of small Reese. Yeah, you know, I never forgot that. They used to call me Shitty Shell. Amongst other names. He sort of wipes a tear to his eye.
Oh,
You know? Like I said, we've all been there, right?
Now that we've experienced this with you, you're an honorary member of the team.
The team grows like 5 NPCs every week.
Did
If
I
you're going
just
to be
get,
haunting us for a while, you might as well feel welcome.
did I just get Christmas caroled?
Yeah.
Shit.
God.
Well, he sort of clears his throat and gives a big sniff. Well, you know, it only took him 40 years to get over it, but every now and then I still get cold that.
So are we good? Do we feel like we've learned a lot?
Whatever makes you feel better. Reese.
Yeah, I was still seething, and he just kind of stares. but there's like a slight grimace on his face.
If we're still in Star's room, Colt has been eyeing up the rabbit for this entire time.
Oh, you've been in turtle
Oh, that's right,
preparatory
Turtle
school
Predator.
for the.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Colt looks distracted.
Okay. So
Amatrine will just telepathically hold Colt's hand.
if you if you guys just close your eyes for just a moment, and a 1 and a 2.
Sort of stamps his
I'll
staff on
keep
the
your
ground
eyes
again.
open.
What?
Why?
Okay.
What will we see if we close our eyes?
Want to find out?
I want you to tell me before I do it.
I bet you do, but I'm not going to.
Belle's got her eyes open. She's just not processing it.
Okay. So, Amatrine, are we keeping our eyes open or not?
I think she'll blink.
Okay.
Making everything always harder.
Charisma saves from both of you then?
Uh-oh.
And just as a
She's
side
kind
note,
of
as we're
mad.
seeing transitioning, he's gonna say, just kind of yell out, "Thanks, shitty shell, butter."
I mean,
Sure.
I think Sherry Show would know his nickname. The ghost. Like you, booger.
He turns back
You
and kind of
man.
just gives a sad little turtle frown. He's like, "Ah, man, that ain't nice."
30-20.
30-20. Okay.
Oh,
Your blink. What did you get, Val? I'm sorry.
13.
Okay. Your blink seemingly keeps you safe. You don't really notice anything amiss. It kind of looks like uh Reese stretched and then went through a red light. Vel, while your eyes are open for like the briefest moment, you can see like the first layer of hell open up above Reese, and he's sort of all the flesh is ripped from his bones, and then he's like flung up into the portal.
I try and gather as much intel as I can on seeing the first layer of hell.
Perception?
That's my team.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, perception.
That's my sister.
It's a 19.
There are just absolute swarms of like imps and like horned devils running across this large swath of like red sand heading towards a river that on the other side of there seem to be these like green gray skinned horned beasts of some description. You can kind of tell them apart from the devils, but they look very similar, who are also heading towards this river, and that's basically what you got.
Okay, thank you.
You are left sort of in the same temple of Arche when you can hear, "Oh, you guys are here. Oh, I'm so glad to see you. Hey, you're a little late though. Did you guys take a little detour?" The voice coming from behind you.
We saw shitty shells past.
I'm not ready for that ever. Oh man.
I
mean-
mean, you guys said we needed to improve. I'm just using my worst
Shitty-
self before it's gone.
If Shitty Shell was in hell, he obviously went back and murdered his entire class.
Exactly.
I mean, come on, guys.
Yeah, he definitely went into the first layer of hell. I saw it.
We know what happened there.
Should we be concerned? Like, I thought beings from hell were evil. Isn't that what you guys told me?
I think it's like
Should we-
community service, like it's helping him be a better person.
He's in
Yeah, you could think of it a bit like
He's in a
spiritual
hellish-
community service. Yeah.
He's in a hellish halfway house.
So my name is Fritz. I'm going to be showing you what other people are doing around the plains without you. Uh, some fun stuff, some
mean.
sad stuff. No, it's just all the lives you've impacted. It's nothing too crazy.
This guy is got this like nicely fitted pin suit. He's got a big tweedly mustache.
Meow is immediately going to look to see if he has a staff or a cane of some
He
sort.
totally does.
Meow's got his hands over his head. It's like, not again.
What was his name
motherfucker.
again?
Fritz.
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 Yes.
In fact, on that note, Meow's gonna take out his shield and just wear it as a hat.
You think you're clever. Yes. No, see, this one works a little differently because I'm going to be taking you to places and people you've affected. I don't need to bonk you.
Yeah, just
Where are
kinda
you gonna
glares
take us?
distrustfully.
Where will you take us?
He goes, let's find out. And he walks over to Meow and smiles.
Meow, make a dexterity save.
Oh god. One moment. That is it's a 9, but I'm pretty sure if I fail, I'm gonna use my 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 ability.
Well, you do in fact fail, so you can use your ability if you wish.
I can't seem to find it. One moment. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, indomitable or whatever it is.
Yes, thank you, Indomitable. There we go. Found it. I've clicked it, and I'll try again. I rolled worse. Dude, I'm rolling like dog shit tonight. Oh my god.
Anyway, he's like, okay, so we'll try it over here, yeah. And he looks over at you and winks and cracks you in the balls with the staff. He goes, I lied.
Oh.
Away we go, yeah.
Colt goes, ooh.
as
Yeah, like,
we're flying, murderous thoughts are just swarming to Meow's
Colt holds Ametryne's hand and squeezes like, ooh. Jeez.
So you guys are being transferred again in this nice snowy vortex to a remote cottage in what seems to be a jungle type climate. You don't know where this place is. You haven't seen this place, and on the porch are these two kenku.
Oh no.
Their beaks look pretty messed up. One of their arms is still in a sling, and the other one's leg is actually missing, and they have a prosthetic leg. And they're sort of like kind of rocking back and forth on these like little rocking chairs just out front. Um, and they're lighting these candles that they have, sort of on a outside table on the porch. And as you guys kind of get closer, you can see that it's different pictures of them with their little Kenku child, I guess. You don't really know whether it's a boy or girl. It's kind of the nature of Kenkus, really. But that's one photo. And then in another photo, there's a bunch of them all together, just like it seems like a Kenku family gathering. But there is
A murder of
another.
Kenkus?
Yes, a murder of Kenku. There is a final photo that shows the two Kenku sitting in front of you, the child Kenku, and what seem to be these two elderly Kenku just uh, outside what seems to be a house um, in Waterdeep. They're sort of looking at each other and kind of nodding, and this is when Fritz sort of steps in. Ah, yeah, very sad what happened to them. You know, everywhere you guys go, you guys always end up getting into some sort of trouble.
This was entirely on me, but they did abandon their child.
No, they dropped their child off to the grandparents. The grandparents abandoned the child. You see, they were going on a work trip, going to make a little money, try to move out of the city. It is okay though. You made judgment call. It happens.
Hey, they clearly didn't place it with trustworthy guardians.
Well, be that as it may, they are still alive and still celebrating, and
That's good.
they hope out their child is still doing well. Looks over at Meow. For the record, I actually didn't have to hit you. I did that for fun.
Yeah, draws wave.
Wave's like, I don't think I could help you here.
Yeah, I'll put wave away and just kind of mean mug the spirit in the stink eye.
Oops, slipped into Reese again. Okay, so we've got the couple things rapid fire that we have to hit. Okay, so let's just go again. And he slams his staff onto the ground, and this whisks us to the tree that Meow beat the hell out of, where it's just like entirely dented in. He gestures over to the tree and he's like, that's a lot of damage. It's never going to be okay again. Oh. Hear that?
Meow, I approve.
You know, you were a slave, right?
No, what?
No, yeah, you totally were.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, I was gonna get visibly upset. We just got past this. Can we please not?
Hey, she fired the first shot. I just returned fire. Okay, all right. So we simmer down, and maybe we take a look.
Also, Meow's gonna look to see if the area that he like hammered the stake into has regrown in any way, if it's sealed up at all.
It looks like it's kind of like nodding, basically. But a family of birds has moved in to that little hole, like little tiny finches,
Oh.
and they're having themselves a little birdie Christmas.
I was gonna say, Finch, you can cook that really well. There's a variety of different ways to eat Finch.
I've never tried it. Perhaps you can make me some when we get back to the ship.
I mean, my wife will cook. I'm not a very good cook. I bring home the food. I don't do well in the kitchen. I'm assuming. I'm imagining. You remember that old cartoon? I'm a Singer, with the little bird family.
Yeah, pretty much.
What I'm
Pretty much.
imagining right now.
They're having a good little birdie time. Imagine that.
Well, see, and this wouldn't be possible had I not drilled a hole in that tree. I think we're done here.
Yeah, I did kind of pick a bad one for that. Huh. Okay, next. And stamps on the ground again, and we whisk ourselves to the vessel. I believe it was the Damselfly, where Matt and Elian are sort of having their little Christmas celebration. They're just kind of sitting there, just talking about random crap, their favorite colors, what cool planets they've seen today, how many chicken wings Matt can eat.
Just being insanely awkward.
Yeah, it's pretty, but like the awkward energy is super dope before uh Matt's like, "Do you miss everyone yet?" And I believe Elian would say something like this. It'd be more like,
Can we
I don't
not?
know.
Can we
They
not?
they probably are doing way better without us, you know? Like I was probably just holding them back, and hey, at least this way I don't have to send them to Astarak and their souls don't have to get taken. That's pretty good. So yeah, yeah. I mean no, but like yeah, but no. But yeah.
Wait a minute. We gonna be sacrifices. I I feel like the curtain's been revealed.
And Fritz will look at the group, be like, that right there, that would have made for one very good past interview there. Geez, could have made a whole thing about that. Maybe perhaps a god of a
yeah.
certain universe would have had that be the original of idea to this, maybe about like 2 or 3 months ago. Um, but
Maybe next
anyway,
year.
Go
ma-
your trip, alias.
maybe next year,
Maybe
of
next year.
course. Okay, let me
Or
think.
tomorrow, or whatever.
No,
was it
we have to do
yesterday?
the change in one night, or else it's not the Christmas Carol. Gosh, this has been happening for decades,
Must
centuries.
be Christmas somewhere in the multiverse.
Yes, it's
Every
always
day.
Christmas somewhere. Hey, wait.
Exactly.
Well, if that's the case, why don't I work more?
Because maybe you have a union you weren't aware of.
Are they doing Christmas carols all across the multiverse all at once? Is this
You know,
happening?
I feel like it's Discord.
our galleon was recently haunted by several ghosts.
Oh
Perhaps you could
yeah, we send a
perhaps
little
you could get a
poltergeist through first thing, kind of get you in the Christmas spirits.
there
Get
you
all
go.
ooh,
Maybe they have an opening for
Oh,
some poltergeists.
they could only afford seasonal pay. Okay.
You know, then you could work all year round instead of just once a year.
Let's see. Who else have we let down recently? Oh, I know. And he hits his staff on the deck, and you guys are taken to the deck of Burt Reynolds' flagship, the Musty Mermaid, as he finally pulls into port at Mintarn. Land ho! Longshots! Sort of shouts around. Longshots!
Really need to get back.
Ah, swore they'd just be on the dock waiting for me. Hmm. Guess I'll wait. He just sits there on the deck. About an hour goes by. A seagull lands on his shoulder. He's
Your
like,
others with him?
"Yep,
Okay.
they've all left. He's just sitting there."
Poor guy.
You see, you forced this man to spend Christmas by himself, waiting for his friends. He thinks you're out there somewhere, very worried about you.
Well, we are out there, and we're very concerned. We're trying desperately to get back to him.
Yeah, we've been trying for a while now. We keep getting sidetracked. We'd probably be there by now
Excuses,
If we didn't buy that ghost ship.
Champ bought the ghost ship, who probably should be here more than any of us.
It's almost like he thought of that too. Like, if the god of this universe was to, at first, make a certain Christmas carol happen, and then he made revisions and was like, this would be a good one too. And, well, that couldn't happen either. So, plan C.
Who is this god you keep talking about?
I don't know, but he sounds like he's like in all of us, most of us.
Sounds
That's weird.
He's
erotic.
in us?
Not in that kind of way. More like, he embodies many people.
Sounds erotic.
He's in our bodies?
You're just gonna get in a circle here, buddy.
He stamps his staff down. He's like, okay, time to go. Let's see. Do I
Feels
want
like
to do
I
that
think
one?
I wronged this person called Tiz lately. If we could see what he's up to.
Oh, you'd like that? Yeah. I'm actually under explicit orders not to show you this. I'm sorry, but
Val looks quite sad.
what I can say is that he's. Oh, wait. Just heard from the head office. It's not a good idea. Sorry. And he sort of twiddles his mustache, but yeah.
What if you whisper it very quietly so they can't hear?
He just kind of winks and is like, eh. Gives a thumbs up. You guys are in this dark and brooding, what almost looks like a cathedral, but smaller scale. Just behind this chair that you guys are all gathered around, you can see out at the passing of what looks like astral space. You're familiar with it, that same sort of like orangey creamsicle haze. The chair then turns to reveal Ezekiel Yesenia, who slowly just fist on chin, talking to the rest of the crew.
He's
There
on a
seems to
ship.
be, yeah, there seems to be one person operating a spell jamming helm, and a few others running around. He goes, "How long until we're there again?" Um, well, that's sort of hard to say, sir. I feel we're getting closer, but enough. Just tell me when we're close. And he sort of turns back around in his chair, staring back out the
Are there any
main window.
maps visible?
The no, nope.
No clues
Sure.
on where they are or where they're going?
Somewhere in the astral sea / oblivion.
Colt looks frustrated. But it's glaring.
So Fritz is just kind of still joyous. Wow, you guys really gave that guy a big seat of power. Look at him. He's doing captain things now. Really made his way up in the
Give him
world.
shit.
Who is this guy?
This is Alien's father.
Oh yeah, Ezekiel Yesenia, influential person, vampire, not so nice guy.
Never heard of him.
That's good, but unfortunately, you might. He kind of
Okay,
smiles because
so
three spirits and stuff. Yeah.
what does that mean?
Oh, oh man.
Meow takes his staff and slams it on the ground for him.
Thank you. Danke schön. This one final twirl. He's like, huh, this isn't where I wanted to take us. You guys are just basically sitting in the middle of this snowy field, up to your knees in snow. And for the first time since your travels, you actually feel. Before
you were in all of these scenes and all of these places, but it sort of felt like you were an astral self, sort of out of your body. I want to get across that this very much feels like you're really in this place, and like Fritz is sort of poking himself, like, okay, hold on. He starts stamping his staff into the ground. Oh man. Um, just a second. Not to worry. Everyone make perception checks, please.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Nat 20 from Meow, 25.
31.
11.
26.
Okay. You can hear. This would be. Oh Jesus. Amatrine, Meow, and Colt. I will add to what you can hear with what you can see. But Vel and the rest of you, you could hear these nasty chains being rattled, and what sounds like a goat, like a metal goat scream. Those of you that rolled that high, which is basically everyone but Vel, just off in the distance, maybe about 60, 70 feet, through a hazy layer of snowy fog, you can see this sort of lurched halfway over, kind of half man, half goat, carrying a large human-sized burlap sack.
It's Krampus. Yes.
Before I break, introducing Krampus.
Uh-oh.
Greetings, everyone. I hope you're ready for some holiday cheer.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, I was gonna draw a wave.
Drawing,
Mr. Krampus.
drawing his sword.
I don't. Oh, I slipped into Reese again. I don't. Yeah, whatever. I don't think this is your bit.
My bit? I am the bit. I am tired of listening to the past and the present. It's time to learn about your all's future with Krampus.
That seems a little scary. A little.
Let me show you scary.
And what does Krampus do?
Krampus walks up to the ghost of Christmas present, digs his long nails into the top of his skull, and pushes down and splits the ghost of Christmas present in half.
And it is so. Fritz before you is just bisected by this large goat man.
Your dreams are your spirit, your soul, and without them, you are dead.
I mean, I agree. That's very true.
Are you
Yeah, I
You
was
have
gonna-
to do that to Fritz.
Meow's not gonna say a word and is going to immediately charge at Krampus.
Oh boy!
All right.
I mean, arguably, Fritz is already dead.
Oh, he's been split in twain.
Right, but he was dead before that. He was a ghost, right? Ghosts are usually dead.
Well, wasn't
Usually.
he poking himself a second ago? I think he was not so ectoplasmic-y. I think he was more just plasmic-y.
I've been told you all have not been good this year, and that's why I have come. Vel, have you had some kinku beaten?
They abandoned their child with unfit guardians.
You monster! You monster meow! You constant weed smoker, alcoholic! Oh, you
He's
also
not
beat up a
alcoholic anymore.
blind girl! How insolent! How depraved!
Isn't
The
it
armor
more
trying not much for you, but you just ate the group. You're so bad. In Colt, you swashbuckler, you nasty, vile person of threesomes and assassinations, dumping bodies. I have come to fruition because now you will reap what you have sown. Shit spews from your lips from the ass of a pig.
what?
What?
What? We're gonna what now?
Also, isn't it worse to not fight a blind girl who wants to fight you? That's like pretty ableist.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the bad one.
Oh, with the
All I'm
hot take.
saying is too much optimism will get you killed.
I mean, she wanted it, but I mean,
Okay, that's getting into.
What- like I mean,
Meow's gonna turn around and say, "Are we really trying to reason with this thing?" And he's going to strike at Krampus.
When we come back,
Oh yeah, that's right. We're gonna go to break. I
the
totally forgot.
climactic battle with Krampus begins. Boy, you didn't see this coming in A Christmas Carol.
Oh my god.
And we're back.
Okay.
Oh boy, here we go.
So just to refresh, Krampus has appeared, killing Fritz, the ghost of Christmas present, and insists that you are to be punished instead of getting to go through a Christmas Carol and enjoy being a changed person.
I mean, fair enough.
So he is instead going to rewrite the Christmas Carol and end it with your doom.
Oh, I think we got a new follower.
Woo!
I took off the obnoxious sound.
During a
love
Christmas
that
Carol
sound.
release.
Oh, Decibel Gaming, subscribe to our channel for another month. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you, my friend. Appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Decibel Gaming.
I've also been
Yeah.
running 3-minute ads every 5 minutes, making it unwatchable to any unsubscribers.
Dang.
Kidding, I'm kidding.
All right. It's at this time that I'm going to need everybody to roll initiative.
All right. Big roll.
Ty, if you got your dice or if you want to roll somewhere and just let me know what you roll. Let me make sure that it shows you what your initiative bonus is.
That's a 19 for Meow.
Let's see.
the 16.
20.
Perfect. Let's add 6 for your initiative.
You said 6?
Yep.
Would my strike be considered preemptive?
Not necessarily. It is your intent to strike that caused us to roll initiative.
Understood.
So if he were not looking right at you, there could have been a chance that you could have surprised him, at which point you would have, not that you would have been allowed to go first, it still would have gone through the order, but he wouldn't have been able to act at all. So it would be essentially like a surprise round, but we'll get into that later.
He came looking for a fight.
Yes. Okay, so initiative is going to be as follows: Colt, Krampus, Meow, Vel, Ametrine.
Damn
Colt.
it! I rolled higher than I usually do.
Everybody rolled really good tonight. So did Krampus.
Still last.
Nobody will ever beat Colt ever.
It's hard to. Plus 11.
I have one.
Plus 11 initiative.
Colt, you are in deep snow up to your knees.
Oh.
You are in difficult terrain.
I am in difficult terrain.
And that goes for all of you.
Okay. If you will allow me the embellishment, I think Colt would touch his uniform and you would see it shimmer into the dark blue uniform with the green tassel rope that you saw in the previous, but like obviously fitting him properly. going to draw his sword and take. Let's see here. So 5, 10. Well, he can move 60 feet with his bonus action. So 10,
10 each square.
20, 30, 40, 50. And he will make a rapier attack with green flame blade.
Okie dokie.
Does a 20 hit?
It does.
Okay. So that will be 9 points of rapier damage, along with 16 points of flame damage. And then since he is 1-on-1 as a swashbuckler, an additional 14 points of sneak attack damage.
Okay.
And then taking his 10 remaining feet of movement, he will probably duck a backhand and pop back one and just glare at him. I was a captain of the guard.
Yeah, I still live. Lucky me.
Krampus takes one giant step forward, unaffected by the snow,
Of course.
and reaches out to snatch Colt.
Uh-oh.
This feels familiar.
Do you say anything as you reach for him, Krampus?
Oh, I've been waiting a long time for this. Come here, Colt.
You're going to have to take a number and step in line. You're not the only one looking for me, handsome.
What's your AC again?
My AC is 19.
Okay. This is gonna hit.
Ooh.
Now grappled. He's gonna bring you real close and stare into your eyes. And he's gonna lift up his big burlap bag before stuffing you into it.
God damn it!
You are blinded and restrained. At the start of each of your turns, you can attempt to climb out with a check. We'll be seeing you soon.
Okay.
Krampus then looks at the rest of you and smiles and pats his bag.
Who wants to join in the holiday fun?
You hear a muffled motherfucker.
He then. Let me just make sure. Yeah. Does. Yeah. He's going to move back 5, 10, 15, 20. And sort of posts up and smiles. Next up, Meow. Meow, you're in difficult terrain. If you've got any abilities that will go past that, great. Otherwise, each square is going to cost you 10 feet.
Shit. All right. Can I like take my shield out and like shield surf like in Breath of the Wild and just like use my momentum to just slide over to him like a sled?
Wow. You're ridiculous. You're so fucking
Yes.
ridiculous sometimes.
Meow throws his shield down onto the ground and goes to scoot forward. Make me an athletics check with disadvantage in this tough snow.
Burn through that lucky die on this stupid sled.
That's a 15.
You know what, though? That's good enough for you to at least slide 5, 10, 15 feet.
Nice.
That will cost normal movement. Before your shield is buried under a bunch of snow.
I don't need it.
I would spat fireball whiskey all over the screen. I don't need it. Motherfucker.
Don't worry, that's not the one that's engraved. That one got shattered to a million pieces.
Jesus.
Don't worry, it's not the one that got destroyed.
Don't throw your fucking trident. You dumb fuck.
Just throw it in the snow, never found again. So now it's then going to, so that's 15 of my 30 feet of movement, but I'm now going to be moving in difficult terrain. So
Correct.
I can technically only move
Once,
10
really.
feet.
Yeah.
Or 5 feet rather. Let's see. All right.
Well, we'll call it 20 feet to round it out, and then you can move one more square if you want.
This might be too ridiculous, but I'm just going to posture this.
I know I'm in a gift-giving Christmas mood, but we'll see.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I would like to again give this the kibosh if this is a no. But Meow would like to pull out his immovable rod and harken back to his pole dancing time at Boobies, where he was doing front flips on the immovable rod, and he would like to throw the immovable rod up as high in the air as he can, activate it, pull himself out of the snow, and swing himself and launch himself at Krampus. Is that possible?
Okay, so let's work through this. I gave you a free item interact using your shield. Let's say this takes you an action to activate the button on that.
Okay.
The last thing I'll need is going to be an acrobatics check.
Okay.
Because you physically can make a standing jump. That's fine. You still have 10 feet of movement left. So, and you've already moved forward, so you could also make a long jump if you wish. That's not out of the question.
Well, I also need to make an athletics check to pull myself out of the snow.
Yeah, let's add that on too.
Okay. Well, I should have said that because that was a nat one. But let's just roll the athletics check just to see what happens. Or the acrobatics would have been a 19.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
You know what? Fuck it. I spent a lucky die. I'm re-rolling that.
Of course.
That's the spirit.
Oh boy.
I rolled another nat 1. I'm going to kill myself. Cannot believe it.
Oh boy.
Meow.
Krampus thinks you've been a naughty boy this year, I think.
You have been naughty.
You sound like a soundboard that he's just pressing. You're just going off these canned lines.
He's good. What can I say?
Yeah. Happy Arbor Day.
Hey,
to be fair, I do get a +8. So even though it's a nat 1, it's technically a 9, but it's also a nat 1. So.
Well, I would like to say that, yeah. So nat 1s don't matter unless it's an attack. What did you have? A 9 altogether?
I rolled 2 nat 1s, yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, that still won't do it. But a 2 would have. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Hey Val, you want to help Ben Luck? Get me a D4.
Meow
Fine,
shoots his
sure.
hands up into the air like some sort of cheesy 80s movie and like clicks this bar and he's like, you can tell he's trying to really pull off something.
I'll send a little burst of magic energy his way. You can roll the d4 and see how you do.
God, I hope it's another one.
Well, technically a 1 would do it.
I still want you to roll.
I rolled a 2. It's not much better. if you guys are expecting Wade to get a crit in this encounter, I would just get those hopes out the window at this point.
All right. Well, if that's all that we've got,
But that's an 11 total.
okay, that will at least allow you to reach yourself up. And what'd you get on athletics or acrobatics?
Acrobatics was a 19.
We're gonna leap you 10 more feet, leaving your immovable rod 10 feet behind you, suspended in the air.
Okay.
Did we introduce our special guest properly?
You mean Krampus?
Okay.
Would we like to?
I mean,
I was being silly.
It's up to him if he would like to introduce himself or not. If he just would be a mysterious Krampus, that's fine too. But give you your appropriate plugs for help for coming
do a
today.
reveal after. You can do a reveal after.
Okay, after
We have
reveal.
possibly a live interview with Krampus after the season's haunting is done. Stay tuned.
Post session
Post-session
press conference.
Hi, I'm Krampus, and I played Krampus during this night's episode.
How did you feel about the encounter? I left it all on the field.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Next up,
so
Valhalla.
really quick, so that was an action. So I technically still have 15 feet of movement with difficult terrain, correct?
you do,
Okay. So then I'm going to
which should be one more square.
move forward. Yep. And then I'm still out of reach because he's 10 feet away, correct? Or is he?
Yes.
Or is he a large enough creature where I can reach?
He is 10 feet away, and I believe he is still medium class. Let me double
I think
check.
you used your action
Yes,
for
medium.
your Olympic display there too.
Correct. But I do have action surge. If I was close enough, I would have used it.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Decibel Gaming for gifting a tier 1 sub to whoever Kabuki Wookie is.
Who's that?
Who is that?
I believe Decibel Gaming is our #1 gift giver. Thank you.
You know, some say he is the spirit of Christmas.
Some say that.
Some say that indeed. Meow will end his turn then, because I'm still out of reach.
All right. At the end of your turn, just to make sure, Krampus is going to gracefully, as if carried by a snowdrift, move almost mocking him as he moves, and then shoots a glare over at Valhalla. And it's your turn.
Am I in a magical sack or just like a regular sack?
Oh, this is magical, sir.
Okay.
You are blinded and restrained.
Okay. But like I'm still in the same existence, right?
Yes.
Okay, so can the bag be like punching like a cat is inside a blanket trying to get way out? Just visually, I'm just punching at the sack behind him.
You know, interestingly, while it does look like a full-size human is in the sack, it almost looks as if more people could fit in there. It seems to have magically expanded.
Oh boy.
Valhalla.
I only have one 4th level spell slot left. I'm going to cast polymorph on this guy.
Of course.
And just because it will be on her mind, it's going to be like a miniature horse, but like a miniature horse. It's smaller than a regular miniature horse that I'm trying to turn this guy into.
Okay. Let me just check a thing. Okay. Krampus raises a hand in reaction and tries to cast counterspell.
I will cast counterspell on its counterspell. Kidding. Where's my counterspell?
Man, that gets
yeah, I can.
That gets ridiculous. All right, let me just
Fun
double
fact:
check.
smallest horse in the world was 17 inches tall.
That's what I'm turning him onto.
Thumbelina.
So I don't believe that works. I mean, yes, but it's kind of complicated. Because you're already
Can
casting
I-
one spell.
Can I use my reaction to do?
Well, you
Wait,
could
my
actually
reaction already.
Have you used your reaction already? Oh yeah, for
Well,
the bend luck,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. I was
Um.
supposed to say, should I reaction bend luck? And then I was like, I've already done that, so I can't use any reaction.
Well, it can be counter. I would say, even with its quick nature being cast by reaction, yeah. If you had still had your reaction up, yes, that could have worked. All right. So I will make mental note of this particular sage advice page. Love sage advice. All right. Well, your polymorph has fizzled as Krampus squashes your dreams of ponies.
Single tear rolls down my face. Before I get over myself. And what was I gonna do for my bonus action? I had a plan. Oh, bonus action. Convert sorcery points into spell slot. So,
Ooh.
because I'm supposed to use a bonus action to do that. So, because I have used too many spell slots without a rest. I have a lot, but not any of the right level.
Oh goodness.
That's and yeah, I mean, how far away am I from the big bad guy?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 feet.
It's gonna
A
move
difficult
back as
terrain,
far
so-
as I can.
All right, that is
15
10,
feet.
20, 30. You're right on the edge of this like bitter cold swirling blizzard that seems to encompass you all. And as you press your back against it, it sort of feels solid like ice.
Are we in a snow globe?
Are we in a snow globe?
Wow.
Maybe? Why don't you roll me a perception check?
Wow.
Okay. I'm not great at that, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's a 9.
You do seem to feel like the area above you is like domed in some way.
All right. Well, that is the end of my turn.
Okay. At the end of your turn, Krampus moves up to his speed. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Emmetrine.
I would like to teleport over to Meow, please. As a
Okay.
bonus action,
20,
using one of my hidden paths.
Indeed. And it is so.
And then I would like to just yell at him. Where do you think you're running off to?
I was trying to get to, honestly, all of that felt a little theatrical in hindsight.
That was way too much. And besides, you ran away before I could help you. And she's gonna smack him with a freedom of movement.
Yeah, I was like, why the fuck is everyone hitting me today?
Still sore from the staff to the nuts.
You honestly
He
should be.
covers his head. He covers his head and his groin, just instinctively.
Honestly, should be
So,
hit
For
more.
the duration, the target's movement is unaffected by difficult terrain, and spells and other magical effects can neither reduce the target's speed nor cause the target to be paralyzed or restrained.
Damn.
Ooh.
The target can also spend 5 feet of movement to automatically escape from non-magical restraints, or a creature that has it grappled.
Oh. There was no juice left in that. That was just a raw coil hit. Ooh. That was really bad.
Yeah.
Oh, can I teleport to the other side of Meow?
How far was your teleporting in? Was it 30 feet or more?
It's 60.
Nice. Yeah, you absolutely can.
all that happens, and then I want to move like however many spaces I can get away from Krampus towards the wall.
So like down here.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'll turn around and watch.
Okay.
Maybe, Meow, instead of running ahead, you should wait and be a little more patient. I can help, you know.
Meow nods.
And Meow's heart grew 3 times as large.
As we move into the top of round 2, Krampus, anything to say about the events that just occurred?
It seems like people are stalling and the cold is starting to get to them.
Uh-oh.
Colt, I need a strength save, please. No, it's
Strength-
check.
A check.
Strength check.
Okay. I'm not trying to. This is just at the start. I'm not trying to escape yet.
Yeah, this is
Something
well,
else. Okay.
Well, no. So this would be at the start of your turn. You can attempt it if you wish.
Yeah, it's an action to attempt it, right?
Well, I mean, this particular ability does not say that it is an action. However, if you don't do that, you're blinded and you're restrained, so you won't be moving anywhere.
Okay, if it's not an action, if it doesn't burn my action to do it, I'll do it.
Mhm.
But if it does, I want to try something else. So
Let's see where you're at with the trying something else, and
Okay,
we'll maybe
so-
put this escape attempt on pause because I want to see what's up.
Sure. So being blinded and restrained puts me at a disadvantage, right?
Yes.
For attacks?
Yes.
And disadvantages don't stack, right?
Correct.
So if I were to bonus action steady aim, it would be a straight roll, right?
Right.
And since it's a straight roll, if I connect, make a swashbuckler, I get sneak attack damage, right?
There are some rules with that, but generally, yes.
Yeah. So I'm going to bonus action steady aim, and you're going to see a sword come through the bag towards Krampus, out from the bag.
Well, I need you to attack the bag.
Okay. Oh, I'm attacking the bag. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. With Green Flame Blade, of course. That is a 27.
Okay. Well, as your sword pierces through the bag and you begin to run the blade up, the bag seems to be suturing itself up behind you, and the inside of the bag gets really, really hot. And it incinerates you whole.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. So I didn't make a stab towards him at all.
No, you ripped the bag, and now you are dead.
Oh.
Now I have some Colt ashes that will be turned to coal.
And just like he says, he dumps out the bag where lumps of coal splash onto the snow.
Poor Colt. Shouldn't have had that threesome.
What do you have against threesomes?
I always say the more the merrier. Three's not enough.
limiting yourself
Oh.
too much.
I was gonna suggest that perhaps you couldn't find two other people.
That really hurt.
Well, you did just murder my love. So
Sounds like somebody's getting lumps of coal for Christmas.
ew.
All right, he's gonna look towards Vel and start extending out a hand.
You're next, Val.
Val is clearly seething in anger, glaring at him like, "You're next."
Are you ready to repent, Val?
Are you ready to die?
So naive, so naive.
Krampus reaches out, and Vel, double checking your AC, it is 15, correct?
Sorry. Yep.
Okay. Krampus snatches you up, lifting you off the ground, even though you are the tallest tiefling. And he stuffs you in his bag with a bonus action.
Into the bag you go, Vel.
He turns his attention to Meow.
Oh, meow. Are you ready to repent?
Meow says nothing. You can see his eyes are just bloodshot red.
Meow. I'm going to ask you one more time. Are you ready to repent and be a good person? Do you want to end up like the coal or Vel in this bag as I rattle it and hear her screams?
Um, yeah, I was going to do a deception check. I'm going to try to deceive him. It failed. It's a 4. Yeah, I was going to just say, yeah, totally.
You try to deceive the Krampus? Oh well, I guess you're next.
All right, and it's going to be Meow's turn.
All right. First off, Meow's going to run straight for the immovable rod and unactivate it and put it back into his satchel.
That is 10, 20, 30 to get to that, and you'll unactivate. Oh, freedom of movement. That's right, 15.
Freedom of movement, yeah.
15.
So it should be 15. All right. Is that a bonus action to deactivate it and put it back in, or is that?
I believe that's still full action. Let me check immovable rod. I believe it says that. Let me double check. Action to press the button. Yep.
That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, we'll call it that, and then he's gonna kind of look behind him and just make eye contact with Ametrine for a minute, and obviously not a minute because that would be a very long time. For like a split second.
We just have a staring contest 10 rounds.
As we're getting shoved into the bag, just staring. He's not going to say a word, and he's
telepathically
going to.
she'll say like, go get him.
And that he does. He is going to go straight for old Crampy.
And you are not affected by difficult terrain.
Correct. So that would be
5,
15 feet in
15.
Krampus's general direction.
All right, you're getting pretty close. You're within 15 feet more of Crampy.
And I went ahead and deleted my shield because I have no intention on picking that up.
It just sits unused. All right. Vel, at the start of your turn, if you wish, you can attempt to escape from the bag.
I will attempt to escape from the bag. Yeah.
Strength check, please.
That's a +0. I'm going to use my inspiration on this one.
Not a bad time.
That's a 15.
Struggle as you might, you felt like you were close, but you could not escape Krampus's bag.
Shame. Do I have anything left to be able to do on my turn?
Well, that did not cost you an action, so anything you can do without needing to see.
Though you just got inspiration from a member of the audience.
Oh, thanks.
Indigestible
okay.
gaming.
Oh shit, that takes an hour to cast. Never mind.
Oh shit.
That's not gonna help. And I can't do that. Can I? How big is there? Like an opening with like any space at all at the top?
No, it's basically like cinched right above your head. You can't see out of it.
Okay.
That's why you're blinded.
Yeah, can't see out of it at all. Alrighty. Each creature. No, that's on creatures only. Sorry, it was not stupid. You know what? I think. No, this you can see. Creature. You know what? I'm just gonna try and cast a spell magic on this, because why not? At 3rd level.
Okay.
So on the sack. Doesn't say I have to be able to see.
Let me just take a look. Magical effect within range. It's a 4th level or higher. I need a charisma check.
Check. I'm slightly better at those.
Well, okay, you have 2 spellcasting ability modifiers technically, right? Because you're warlock and sorcerer, but both of those are
Yeah, aren't they
charisma,
both
right?
charisma?
Okay, good. I
Yeah.
just wanted to make sure I wasn't getting that wrong. Yep, so charisma check.
No, they're both charisma. So that's 24.
Nice. You begin to dissolve the lining of the bag.
What's this?
That's all I can do then.
Before
yeah.
it too begins to ignite. And in another turn of phrase, Krampus cracks his whippy tail and dumps out lumps of Velcoal.
Oops.
Fun times.
Guess someone didn't repent. Naughty, naughty Vel.
Hey, don't mess with the lining of the bag.
And at the end of your turn, he's going to move 5, 10, 25, 30. Ametrine.
My turn?
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to cast Freedom of Movement on myself as well.
Okay.
And then I will move 30 feet to the right. Or I guess could we have a compass up maybe?
Krampus north. Actually, there
Krampus
is
is
an N
north?
up there. Nice. Yep.
Oh, there is. All right. So then I will move east, sort of south, like east.
All right. All 30.
All 30. And then bonus action. Meow hasn't taken any damage. Has he?
No.
Unless you count the
No.
emotional damage he's currently dealing with. Seeing
I
Colt
mean,
and
we're
Bill
both
die.
we're both filled with a lot of emotional baggage. Can I I guess for the rest of my turn, could I just do I feel Coltonville like their song? Like, can I tell that they're dead, or is this like a dream or like an illusion?
They are dead.
They are dead.
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 Afraid so.
No, they're not.
You can no longer
I
feel their
refuse.
song.
I refuse to believe that, and that will end my turn, I guess.
Top of the order with Krampus. He looks over in your direction.
Amatrine. You see these lumps of coal. You see your people have been bad. Yet, I look at you and I ask you, do you repent? Do you apologize?
I don't understand. I don't understand what to apologize for.
Think of all the naughty things you've done.
I'm not sure what I've done.
Not sure.
What have I done wrong? I mean, I'm sure I've made mistakes, but I've always tried to apologize for them.
You let the group do bad things. You enable them. You don't help them to be better. How would you like if someone did that to you?
But I don't understand. What's a bad thing?
What's a bad thing? Letting them make bad decisions, poor decisions, enabling decisions.
But who decides what's a bad decision?
I do. I'm Krampus.
But how do I know what you think is a bad how do I know what you think is a bad decision and what's a good decision?
My judgments are my own, and I'll dictate and decide what's good and what's bad.
Okay, but what's good and bad?
I will ask you again. Do you repent for your bad decisions?
I mean, I'll apologize for whatever misunderstanding that I've done or any mistakes that I've done. I didn't mean to offend you in any sort of way.
What about the killing people, robbing people?
I don't think I've killed anybody or robbed anyone.
You need to think about that. Not maybe you specifically, but your group.
I mean, I agree that there's probably some things that we should probably think more about, but I mean, at the same time,
again, bingo. Yes, you're listening now. Listen to me. Do you repent?
For what though? I mean, do I have to repent for the entire group?
This is why I don't deal with spirits anymore.
I mean, I just don't understand. You're not making any sense.
You understand quite well.
No, I don't actually.
Bad decisions, bad people, lumps of coal.
But what is a bad person?
Look at the lumps of coal.
those are people who've made mistakes,
Yes.
but aren't necessarily bad people.
Did they repent?
I think they've learned.
They did not repent. And you
Well,
shall
because
suffer
you're
the same
because you're
unless you repent.
but you're
I'm done
it's
with this
because
adolescence. I'm
you're
coming
threat-
for you.
You're threatening us, and I don't understand why.
Promise to make them better people. Please.
Okay, I will do whatever I can.
Do you promise? Do you swear?
Yes. I swear to try to do whatever I can
Promise
to make
me.
them.
Promise me.
He rattles
But
chains loudly.
Slam,
I-
slam, slam.
So-
I hope he says that when he's doing that.
Yes, slam, slam,
Slam,
slam.
slam, slam.
So, can you explain to me what you consider to be a good person and what you consider to be a bad person?
Can we cut
Well,
the
for one,
can we-
not enabling the bad decisions.
can we cut the
But
Krampus?
what is a bad decision?
Can we cut the Krampus and
I'm
Amatrin
sorry.
at a diner somewhere?
You know
I'm
what?
sorry. I just
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, I mean, I've been trying to figure it out, and maybe you can tell me what is good and evil.
What is good and evil?
Because nobody, like, I mean, Vel says that like good people don't hurt people, and but bad people hurt people, and I mean, Colt said it's all about
Let me ask you
survival,
something. Let me ask
and that
you
there's no
something.
good or bad people.
As we sit
And
here,
Theron said it has to do with
I
you
can't believe
know,
I'm dealing with this
voting.
right now. Amatrine, listen.
Yes.
Let's take a look at your friend Vel. Several lumps of
Okay.
coal on the ground next to,
Yes.
unfortunately, Colt. Don't you think that when she had the Kinku beaten, she was doing bad?
I mean, arguably, I don't know the full circumstance because I wasn't there.
Aye. We don't need to go full circumstance.
But
Would it be
I
bad?
mean, it
Would you
sounds like
consider that bad?
I mean, I think she made a decent decision based off of the information that she had. I
Aye.
mean, there was a child that was left by itself, people who,
But she
didn't really
killed.
care.
She had people beaten.
Well, I mean, I don't think she necessarily had them. I think she maybe told gave the information that she had to others um who then used that information and beat the Kenku up. But I don't think Vel necessarily had them beat up. But again, I
Meow.
wasn't there, so I don't know the full situation.
Meow.
At this point, Meow's just crawling into his back.
Let us
like
come to
the-
Krampus.
Get it over with, man.
Continue.
But
Krampus, I
anyway-
Meow.
apologize.
Please.
Totally kidding, by the way. That didn't happen.
So Meow, like what did Meow do wrong?
Meow. Let me ask you something.
Meow's gonna just like, I wouldn't go there.
Meow. Let me
like
ask
what
you
did
don't wanna
Colt do
uncover.
wrong?
All right, hold on now. Go ahead.
Meow. Let me ask you something. What would your daughter think of the bad decisions that you've made?
Ooh.
I could never tell her.
Wouldn't you love an opportunity to repent and heal and restore?
Some people can never heal. Some situations can never be right.
What if I gave you that opportunity?
What have I said? I'd heard that before.
Judging by the circumstances that you are laying right before you at this very moment, wouldn't it be just worth it to try once more?
Meow's gonna look back at Amatrine. Take a deep breath.
She just looks really confused.
Meow's gonna say, I'll tell you what would be worth it. You let her leave. You bring back Colt. You bring back Valhalla. And I'll repent for whatever you need me to repent for, but don't hurt them.
So what's involved in this repent?
I need a verbal and honest commitment to do better and be better going forward.
Okay, that's easy enough. I promise to do better.
You promise to repent?
Sure.
Do you promise to be
I
good
mean,
people?
isn't that what repent? I promise to do my best in every situation that I come across, but I can't promise that I will make the best decisions every single time. You know, that's what life is, and that's how we learn.
Meow, will you then repent?
They'll just nod.
I'm going to ask you both to please pick up the coal of your friends.
Are you gonna give them back to us?
Silence!
Yeah, just picks up the Colt. He just scoops them both up, one at each end.
I'm sorry, you seem extremely frustrated. I apologize for.
You repent for that.
I apologize for any misunderstandings.
At this
No
point,
problem.
Meow is just like I'm assuming trying to like hold his arms together to keep them from sifting through the cracks.
I'm just going to be honest here. I'm Krampus. I'm always angry.
Why?
Uh,
What makes you angry?
I've had enough of this. I'm going to go walk over and actually place her inside the bag and pull the strings.
I'm just trying to understand.
As I start to put the bag over, you can just hear muffles of Amatrine just slowly. She is still talking in the bag. Feel free to continue. Meow.
I just don't understand.
I'm going to
Yeah.
ask you,
Please.
Yeah, I was currently cradling
Ah.
pieces of the Colt.
please walk over towards the bag and please place the coal in the bag.
He will do it, but he will be a little wary.
I mean,
He'll drop-
arguably, Meow and I both have freedom of movement. We can't be restrained.
I shake the bag and throw it on the ground one time. You just hear a loud thud.
Ouch.
Meow. I ask you one more time, and I just need a verbal yes. Do you repent?
Yes.
I take the bag and throw it over Meow and pull it tight. And I'll let your DM finish this out.
I'll just give Meow a hug in the bag.
We'll just say, well, guess we're
Covered
gonna burn
in-
together.
You are drawn outside of where you were. You sit gathered around a cozy fire inside a small cabin, where on a center small coffee table sits a snow globe, and with a weird goat man smile, Krampus places each of the piles of coal on a chair around the room, and with a little bit of snowflake colored magic, the lives of your friends are restored via wish.
Hooray! You guys are
He-
back.
He smiles.
Now, have we all learned a valuable lesson today?
It's not fun to be Cole.
Make an escape attempt when offered by the DM.
Where's our Khajiit?
Oh no!
You'll be meeting him very shortly. You'll pick up exactly where you left off. This whole thing was a sort of a long play. But seeing as you've chosen to repent, how about some cocoa?
And
Ooh, yes, please.
for the next couple hours, you sort of get to
I am
have.
trying to interrogate Krampus on the meaning of good and evil.
He brings out some very small spectacles and a little notepad, and he's like going over different dictators and different like generous folks, just kind of giving you a layover of all of the alignment charts that exist in D&D.
Are we in a
You guys,
Are
Emma
we in a
seems so
magic?
confused.
Are we in a magic cabin?
you are in a magic cabin. Yeah.
If I look out the magic cabin window, would I see a reflection of the past that Colt hit Colt so hard?
The joyous ones or the sweetest ones to you, yeah.
Okay, I think Colt will just stand by the window sipping his cocoa and not saying anything. Well,
It's nice and stereotypically frosty on the edges.
Yeah. Well, Abitrine has her TED talk with Krampus.
So it is here that we can refer back to in our memories when we do the Secret Santa. Here would be appropriate to give the gifts out and experience the meaning of Christmas. But as your time with Krampus and Coco and each other come to a close, you guys all sort of find yourselves a comfortable place to sleep inside the cozy cottage, restoring all of your hit points and making it a long rest.
Before I go, just remember, you will be good people. I'll check in next year.
And with
Cool, thank
that,
you.
Go ahead.
we'll end tonight's session.
Just imagining it's gonna like pan out from like through the windowsill, and you just hear dun, 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 dun.
Krampus will return 2023.
Next year, we find the meaning of Christmas with the Harlem Globetrotters.
It's like that Scooby-Doo episode.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, hopefully you enjoyed everything tonight.
That was wonderful.
It was a lot of fun for me to kind of do. Thank you, Chaos, my buddy Tyler, for
That was awesome. I
That was
enjoyed it.
that was
Yeah.
wonderful.
Very impromptu, very
I hope-
fun.
Hope to see you back here.
Yeah, absolutely.
a little bit
Thank
of
you for
trivia.
murdering us today.
He is one of the original incarnations of the Longshots. Back when it was still Alias and CJ, but also a couple of other people, Sierra and her boyfriend at the time. There may have been one more, can't remember. They all sort of did other things as life came up, but now this has evolved into the same thing here. So I kind of wanted to bring him back for a special
Cameo.
night, just to kind of do a creepy character.
That
Gotta love
was
Krampus.
I had fun. I hope you guys had fun.
That was
yes.
wonderful.
I had fun.
I hope
Can't
I
believe we
injected just
actually-
enough Christmas.
Just of Christmas.
I'm
curious,
thrilled by
how
the amount of
impromptu was
people
it?
I managed to frustrate.
Well, so
I bet you are.
my original idea again was to, of course, do a Christmas Carol but I wanted to subvert expectations at the end, and instead of doing a future, although I did debate on doing a future, I wanted to kind of just like flip it on its head, and I wanted to do an encounter with a Krampus because again, like that story that I had told earlier about growing up around the area and all the kids that had like German grandparents and stuff, like telling me all the fucked up stories about their parents beating on windows and doors and shit. And I'm like, that's traumatizing.
Yep.
So I wanted to have Krampus come in and, sort of rip Future in half. But I didn't even want to make it to Future. I was like, you know what? Let's just, the time we have, he'll just murder Present. Now, when we took our first break, or rather right before we started, when I was on the phone with Tyler. I was like, "Hey,
Oh, I see.
I have a thing."
That's awesome.
Well done. Good good
It was
audible.
good.
Whew. That was a little spooky. Whew. I can breathe again.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I didn't devastate anyone by killing you outright. Just so we're absolutely clear, I did find a sheet for Krampus online, and that was kind of one of the things. Was like, should anything happen to the bag, whether internally or externally, creatures in it are destroyed.
Colt can't catch a break with being swallowed.
Did I miss
It's like
anything?
every
sorry guys, a
every
little late.
monster we
Oh, hey,
fight.
Ragass.
Yo.
Some people
I
died,
guess.
but they were okay.
You remember the game when you said you weren't thinking TPK?
Yeah, so that
You
was
all
kind
died?
of a cute
Colton Bell
tongue-in-cheek
did, yeah.
thing on my part. The idea was to get some of you to die and then sort of be like, hey, maybe we do be better people, the feeling of Christmas.
I'm glad Colt wasn't last.
Repent.
Colt was last. That might have been tough.
Thank goodness for
Yeah.
Amatrine's confusion.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. I don't think if it wasn't for that, that could have gotten really, really interesting at the end there with fun.
Colt has a high deception level, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quickly,
She was just
Radagast,
like-
while we have you. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Amtree.
Oh, sorry. She was just like, "What's going on? Like, what do you mean we're doing bad things? I don't
Krampus
understand."
got Dr. Filled.
I think this whole session has just been one long, like, cracking open the brain of Amatrine. Just like, I was a slave? Oh my god, we're bad people? What is happening?
It's just full realization after realization.
Krampus
That
is like,
moment.
Krampus goes, "Now let me tell you about sex." Oh, well, she knows all about that.
Oh no.
Radagast, what would a little Radagast Christmas have looked like with the Dwemer? Because we did that little bit earlier, and now that you're here, that'd be a cool thing to share. Fun stuff.
True.
I feel like
I put
since
them on the
nothing
spot too. Don't worry.
grows too much down there, I feel like they all just have their own little Charlie Brown tree.
Little Charlie Brown mushroom trees.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
But it's not like one for a family. Like everyone has their own Charlie Brown tree. That's how it works.
Okay, gotcha.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And they don't celebrate on the 25th either. They celebrate on the 20th. So yeah,
Little bit
that's about it.
No,
early solstice.
not the 21st.
Not even the
You know,
25th.
being
Gotta-
the solstice.
Gotta be
and
the 20th. Gotta be.
Yeah, nice even number.
Well, yeah, hopefully everybody enjoyed that. That was fun for me to put together. Like I did allude to, I did
upset I
initially
missed.
have a lot of it being tied into Ezekiel Yesenia. That was the original idea of like the future of like, what could happen in the group, some foreshadowing there. But it was going to be a sort of adventure where through Elian's trauma, you guys realized that also some of your places as well, like maybe you were a slave, and maybe Meow's dad was kind of an alcoholic, that kind of thing. Vel no longer has the people around her, just like Colt, that he really sort of liked. So some of your pasts were cool, and other of your pasts were not. By contrast, aliens being kind of, I don't know, slavery is pretty good, but there's a certain special kind of hell that Alien had embroiled himself in.
I mean, to
Is
be
that
fair,
good?
Ametrine didn't know she was a slave.
This
You
is
know,
true.
True.
I
I mean,
think at some point I
all
said something about
she
my
was,
parents being slave dealers, so
Uh-oh. Oh
she was
no.
Oh,
pretty
boy.
happy.
Okay.
And yeah,
The plot thickens.
but I liked the idea of trying to do a Christmas Carol in one night. Like that's always the thing. Is like every single time you see that, it all happens in one night. They wake up perfectly on Christmas morning, and they're like, "Oh my god, I'm a changed fucking person. Let's go." So this all had to
I feel like
occur.
it's like a New Year's revelation. They don't actually get better.
Yeah, or we get better for like 2 weeks and then
Yeah, like 2 weeks, and then like they stop going to the gym, and
Yeah, we
Next
we,
week, the
we,
Life
we
is
paid
Longshots
for
away.
the
go to
whole
the
year's
gym.
gym membership at this point. Just
Hmm.
throwing all that money away.
Mm-mm.
They
Well,
keep paying for the gym membership because they keep saying they're gonna go.
any
Yeah.
particular likes or dislikes?
I didn't like having to move through difficult terrain.
Yeah, that does suck, doesn't it?
Well, if you waited like around, I'd have hit you with freedom of movement, but nope,
Yeah,
you were
Meow.
off doing your acrobatics.
He
What's
knows
What about giving
hilarious
you
is that
haste?
what's hilarious,
Um,
Funbox, is that you moved the exact amount that you would have moved anyways. You just your
With
immovable
style.
rod, and
No, I
Valhalla
got
lost
that.
her reaction.
I
You got
went
that
back and
back,
got my
but
rod.
like,
Although, should I re-add my shield?
yes, absolutely yes. In honor of the Longshots' newfound
Reformation.
revolution, Jesus, yeah, reformations, resolutions, I see fit to grant you all a level.
Oh,
Nice.
Ooh.
Merry Christmas.
Krampus.
looks like it.
Merry,
I-
Merry
Happy
Christ-
holidays.
Cunning action, bonus action.
Merry Chrysler.
Merry Christmas.
So, with that being said, I think that might be a good chance for maybe Thane. Oh my god, I just called you Thane.
That's
Colt.
an insult if I've
Oh
heard one.
boy. Oh boy.
That
This
is
will be
the worst
this will be the
insult.
last time we broadcast. Good night to see everyone. Goodbye. Click.
uh,
Big mad.
That whole time, not to cut you off, but that whole time we were doing the Kenku scene in the present, I was just imagining Thane somewhere in the background holding that dead
Dead
corpse.
crow.
Just like, hey guys, I brought this here. This is for you. It's a peace offering. Oh
Oh
god.
man. So my last question before I hand it over to Colt for the outro: would we like to do another theme game?
Sure.
For
What do
next
you
week.
mean theme game?
I mean, I had one planned, but I could also
Oh,
not.
like another holiday one.
Yeah,
New
so
Year's
basically
mystery.
in keeping with
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, I mean, yeah, why not?
Hells yes.
but if we feel like it's tacky or you guys want to move on to,
No.
your own actual stuff,
Not at
we can do
all.
that
Yeah,
too.
let's do it.
Cool.
It's
Okay.
too
I'm all
tacky,
about the
actually.
cheese.
Shh.
So then we will see the long
Kidding.
shots next week with perhaps another particular adventure.
Okay. Well, we
Yeah.
were as I outro, we will be going and rating Drunks and Dumbasses Christmas special one shot campaign. I don't know what's going on there, but that's where we're going through our raid. So next week on the Long Shots, It's going to be another holiday special here as the Longshots team up with the Harlem Globetrotters to find out the true meaning of Christmas, or something that Buck does.
Do you, not to cut you off and interrupt your flow, but what it is Christmas? Would you like a hint?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Once a year, all around Faerun, children get gifts delivered. However, what happens when that man disappears? Who is there to replace him? Find out next week.
On the Longshots, Dungeons and Dragons. I couldn't do better than that. Thank you for joining us, everyone. We'll be rating in 10 seconds, so buckle up for whatever's going on over here.
Whatever's going on.
Boop.